Good morning, everybody. This is another episode of the Gacha Cast. This is what I'm very excited to do because this is going to be a very informational one. There was a post that I'm hoping my editor can post in here where a bunch of smaller CCs got completely fucking blasted for being too negative. So I wanted to get all of those people into a call, talk to them about how they feel about the Gacha space, how they feel about the direction of Gacha games, how they feel about negative content, positive content, talk about perhaps changing styles of content. This is going to be a very constructive criticism forward and inspiration forward podcast to hopefully provide any light for anybody who's feeling in a drought. Itoma made a recent video where he said he had no idea what the fuck to do today because there was no fucking content in this space. And I wanted to talk about that perhaps, as well as inspire new people who are consuming content for YouTube and the Twitch to start their own channels, because I do feel like the Gacha space is a great place to get into, and there's more creators now than ever. Hopefully leave me some comments on YouTube. I'll be responding to legit none of them, but if you sign up to my Patreon, then maybe I will. Or join my Discord and our Twitch. Maybe I'll answer some of your questions. Yeah, this will be a catch-all episode that I think you guys will really take a lot from, and I will be taking questions from chat for those of y'all who are here today when I open it up to the Q&A section. But until then, guys, just keep on typing a boba and dink donk with alert. We got Itoma, Kate, Ethan, Glaive Keo, my favorite, Genizad, Shinya, Saint Tontas here today. And surely you guys know them all by now. We've done like fucking 18 episodes. They've been on a couple of them now. You guys know them. If not, feel free to check out all of their Twitches, which will be linked in the description, or YouTube if they prefer that instead. I just want to kind of go around the table, just to preface this. This is going to be a little bit of structure before we get in. I just want to know, genuinely, from your soul, how you genuinely feel about your channel's direction, as well as the state of Gacha in 2025. I would love to know.
State of Gacha.
Yeah, Holy Woo-Wah Avengers Podcast. And we got Fob in chat, my number one chatter. Actually, number two chatter. Genizad is my number one chatter. Itoma, how do you feel about your channel, and how do you feel about Gachas right now?
My channel, I'm happy with it.
Fuck
I mean,
yeah.
I get to shit on shit, and it's funny as fuck.
Hell yeah.
And like, I get views, so like, couldn't be better, right? But there's nothing to shit on right now. That's my problem with the Gacha
absolutely
space.
a
There's
lot
nothing.
of things to shit on.
Okay.
There's nothing to shit on, so
Okay.
I have to reach.
Okay.
I have to reach for the rope.
Now, let me ask you a question. Why do you insist on only shitting on things?
Because it's funnier.
Okay.
It's also for
No,
content.
the thing is,
Uh-huh.
I've also been positive, but there's not a lot of positive things to say,
That's fair.
or at
Really?
least not things that have already been said.
Okay. That's great. And I need to write that down because I do want to take all of your perspectives into accordance here, because I am very excited about this. Itoma says, not much to be positive about. Okay. All right. Well, fuck yeah. Yo, Kate, how you feeling about your channel? How you feeling about the state of Gacha right now?
Hi. Oh gosh. Okay. My channel, I'll be real. I agree with people that my like thumbnails and tiles are very sensationalized, but I'll be honest, it's like so easy when you're streaming to like just react to stuff and upload it, right?
Of course.
So it's easy content, which is interesting and about topics that I find are important to talk about. But that's, so I'm kind of okay with it. But like, if we want to talk about like sensationalist titles and thumbnails, I think that's a good conversation to have. But I think it's fine to be talking about the issues in the Gacha space right now, because let's be real, there's quite a lot of them recently that have been happening. So, you know, I think it's good to talk about them.
As a
So,
content creator for
I think it's
you,
fine.
how many views do you average a YouTube video, would you say? Or like, what is your average?
Right now, between like 7 to 10K. It
Okay.
depends.
And
on the video.
okay, 7 to 10K average. Do you want to stay there, or do you want to get higher, or are you happy where you're at?
I mean, the retarded answer would be no. I want to stay where I am. Like, obviously, that'd be just like, no, I wouldn't want to stay this stable. Like, no, I wouldn't.
I actually want to go lower. I want to go lower.
No, but you know what's crazy? You know what's
I want to
crazy?
be Steam Bun X.
So you guys may not know this. When I was averaging around 8 to 11,000 viewers on Twitch, I actually did want to go lower. I did not want that much. I blew up way too quick, way too fast. And there is some downside to getting too much attention too early. It's a lot. I don't really like the feeling. I don't like going live on Twitch and not knowing.
What do you
who the fuck
consider
my chat.
too much too early?
Well,
Like,
the thing
what's
is,
this
so
here?
it's like this. I could have 20,000, 30,000 viewers. Absolutely, I can handle that. I've done that many times before. However, what I'd rather is start off at 100, get to know them, go to 200, get to know the new guys, get to 300, get to know them, continue going on. And that way it feels like things that are here, I understand that I get who's in my chat. That's why I relatively consider my chat to be more under control than some other content creators' chats who I think are just fucking awful. I don't really think that many issues cover my chat. I don't think so. Maybe other people do. But yeah, I just don't want to blow up too quick. I don't want to be a flash in the pan, get all this attention, then it all fizzle out. I want to slowly build it up, not get it out of fucking nowhere. That's my thing. But yeah, let's go on to Ethan. How are you feeling about your channel? How are you feeling about gacha content right now?
I definitely think my channel could be doing better.
Okay.
I'm definitely not happy with it. I do think for me, the easiest thing to do is to react to something and just straight up hit record and upload it, because realistically, although like I can make some money from YouTube and Twitch, I can't afford an actual editor to do things for every single video. So slop is definitely lazy, but also like when I'm pumping out like 3 of them a day and I feel like I'm having good takes when I'm not getting one guide sometimes, like in that other video, like, you know, I definitely understand the quote unquote negative perspective. But I also just think the space is negative right now as a whole. But I do think there is positivity coming towards like the end of the year. I just think right now we're in a little bit of a slump.
Okay, so my big thing is can't afford an editor. All right, Glaive, how are you feeling about your channel in the gacha space right now?
I feel pretty good about my content. I can say shit, you know, just like Aitoma, I could shit talk about everything, but more like I feel like there's so much to talk about, but there is only one Glaive Kia, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So I can't keep up. No, I'm being serious as well.
Yeah.
There's a lot. I see a lot of content that is, you know, I can like. There's a lot of content to be made. If I have like a lot of editors and I have a lot of things, like I have clones of myself. I could create so much content, but it's that.
So the
I
gacha
just
space
can't.
needs a you. You know, it needs more of you.
It already
Even
has
him.
me. I
Like,
just
Shadow clone
need more of
Glaive.
me.
Need more
Needs
hints.
another.
So do you
I need more. I need more me's.
Do you edit your own videos?
I have 2 editors, but
Yeah.
you know, they have lives, unfortunately.
Yeah, you need to tell them to get more reaction images.
reaction image. Oh yeah.
I'm gonna stop.
True.
No.
I saw your reaction.
Valid.
Oh,
to it.
bro,
I was like, okay, hey, yo,
I
send the
watch.
clip to him, and he's like laughing. So
Dude, I
that's
watch
great.
every single one of your videos. I actually do, genuinely. And when I see the same image being used twice, I get angry. I do. I'm like, I've already seen this. This isn't feeding my ADHD content that I was promised, and it makes me angry. So tell those mother, because you're paying them. You're paying them. Tell them to do their fucking job and get more reactions, or I'm gonna be fucking pissed.
Yeah, absolutely.
And also,
Yes, sir.
quit with all the fucking lolly plugging, bro. I'm gonna say it. Way too much fucking lolly shit, there, bro.
Oh.
Get Kana,
Really?
get Kana the fuck out of those images, bro. I'm tired of seeing that shit. My opinion.
I'm trying to appease the gacha community.
Oh, that's true. They do love lollies. That's right. You know what's crazy? That's so real. That is so real. Dude, if you were to go on Twitter and do a lolly appreciation post, you would get 100,000 likes. That's the reality. That is
Real.
100%.
Bro, I'm
So
I'm
true.
I'm being dead ass. If you want to sell
That
your morality,
much?
if you want to sell your morality, just make a pro lolly post. Like, oh my God, he's like us. Finally, pro fiction. Pro fiction. Anyways, my opinion. Genizard, aka,
Yeah.
and I mean this. I think this title goes to Glaive on YouTube right now. But I would say for Genizad, you are the hottest rising star in the gacha community stream space right now, with analytics projecting towards the heavens right now, man. Absolutely killing it. So
Yeah,
I am,
bro?
Yep, absolutely. That can actually be proven statistically, by the way. What do you think of your channel right now, and what do you think of the gacha space?
Well, my channel, I'm pretty damn happy. What can I say? I've streamed for quite a while, and at the end of the year, I was like, okay, well, maybe next year we'll have like 800 average people or something by the end of the year. Let's shoot for something like that. And now, well, first month, and we're already shitting on that. So
Hey,
I'm really happy.
There it
Uh,
is.
Thanks.
Luckily, hey, it's going pretty
Always.
good. I feel pretty lucky about that, so I'm really happy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
As for YouTube, YouTube is the one thing that I want to put more time into, but it's hard when you stream, well, 12 hours a day to
absolutely.
like then do a bunch of other stuff, but I still want to put more effort into that. So that's what I'm trying to do.
Yeah. No, I
But
absolutely agree. And I'm glad you brought up
Gacha's-
that how much you're streaming. I forgot about that. I gotta write that down.
Yeah.
Gacha space as a whole.
Mm.
I'm gonna be real. I think it's a bunch of different powder kegs and a bunch of different communities that are all about to explode. That's how I feel. I think you know, hasn't been that much drama recently. I feel like it's gonna start showing its head. That's the feeling I get.
No, I absolutely agree with you. I do.
I think a lot of things are going to come to a head. I think a lot of communities are going to start exploding. I think there's going to be a lot of different content creators versus other content creators. I think a lot of things are going to happen at some point in the near future.
That's not going to be at some point. That is happening. I wrote it down.
He has a date for
There's
it.
a
I think it's
prophecy.
happening
Is this
at
the date
3.2.
that Honkai Star Rails
The
3.2
prophecy?
live stream?
Yes.
Don't come to
that's
Gacha
it.
That's
Games.
what I think.
Oh
Yeah.
my god, you're so.
Yeah, when the live stream
That has to
happens,
be it.
that is
The
when everything's
3.2 live
gonna
stream?
be. Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, that's
absolutely.
Okay.
That's the
I
PvP
think
mode
most of us.
Ooh.
I think most of us were expecting that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And let me explain what's going to happen. People are going to go after Mr. Pokey. They're going to call him every name in the book: shill, corporate dick sucker. Mr. Pokey's going to make a tweet that he thinks is fine, but we all know reading it, it's not going to sound fine. And it's going to ignite a lot, because that's what always happens. He puts out a tweet, doesn't think it's fine. Everybody reads it. It's gonna fucking piss a lot of people off. It's going to cause a lot of negativity. He's not going to get why people are upset. The community's going to be upset. His chat's going to become more feral, protecting him. Everybody else is going to be fucking rabid. Genshin people are going to come in, and then they're going to say, and you guys said our game was bad, and you guys said our game was bad. And then Wuthering Waves players are going to say, you see, Hoyoverse is shit, Hoyoverse is shit. And it is going to be a civil war. That will happen on the live stream. Hopefully, if we all become cognizant of it, we can reduce how ridiculous we get after we farm it, of course. After we farm it.
Yeah, I was gonna say we need a civil
Zone
war.
Zero is
Yeah,
just,
we
just
need to
gonna get
farm it.
forgotten.
Yeah, that's no, for real. Nobody gives a fuck about that
ZZZ
game.
is gonna go.
It is insane. Nobody gives a fuck about ZZZ. That's what's crazy.
It's
No.
the new Overwatch.
It
All
is,
people care
it
about
is.
is the
It
characters
is.
in the porn.
Yeah, it's legit just the
Yep.
porn game.
Yep.
Yeah, and it is what it is. Yeah, that's fine. I mean, not every game can be a fucking banger. It's fine. Yeah. Shinya, how are you feeling about your channel? And how are
What
you-
channel? Wait, what you talking about?
Come back, brother.
Where's the CC? What?
About-
How's your
Come
job
back.
going, man?
Yeah.
Well,
Is your
little
job going
shit is a
good?
content creator.
I mean, here's the reality, man. You can go live at any time and you'd be at 300 viewers.
Yeah, I mean that's the saving solace, I think, of like my career currently, is that like every time I do make something, it is decently successful. I mean, when I say successful, I mean successful to me.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, obviously I want to do more. It is always so hard, juggling full time. I don't know how Gacha Smack does it. Full time career, IRL, hanging out with friends, taking care of your cats, taking care of your animals, taking care of your house, just having a social life. I don't know how the fuck people do it, man.
Bro,
It's
40
insane.
40 hours of work on top of content is the worst thing ever. I went back to work like after my shoulder surgery. I'm like, fuck me,
Yeah.
this is the worst. This sucks.
How often do you
Yeah.
work, Ethan?
I work every day. I work 7 to 3:30
Well,
Monday through Friday.
what's your job?
I'll PM you after because it would dox me, but it's a corporate job.
Okay. All right.
Really?
Yeah.
He's the CEO of Apple, bro.
Yeah. Well, I
Ooh.
mean, I will say, just so you know, you might see me on Dawei's yacht. That's all I'm
Okay.
saying.
Oh,
Just throw it out there, you know.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
the fucking
One of 6
server, dude.
yachts.
He's
Yeah.
that way sick dick sucker.
Waterboard.
Otherwise, I think the current state of Gacha is kind of dog shit. I
Yep.
think the vast majority of content creators have just turned into React slop content. And 99% of Reacts are very low tier and very boring. I understand it's what the people want. So, maybe I'm not the demographic for it, because obviously React gets views. But I think the Reactosphere is so saturated nowadays. It's just whatever.
Let's talk about
Obviously.
the React meta as well. That's important.
You know why that's happening, Tectone? It's because it's your ass's
I know.
fault, dude. Everyone's copying your ass.
I know.
Everyone's copying you.
That's
It makes
fine.
sense because he's the most successful, and you want us to
Well,
learn to be successful.
I think it's very low tier, but I think to tie into what Shinya said, like for example, like for me, again, I had a month and a half off of work, so it was fine. But like what I'll do is like if I go live and I'm like, hey, I got fucking 4 hours, I'm gonna watch 10 fucking videos, and that's 3 videos. Like I genuinely know it's slop. I do think that it does take some level of skill to be a good reactor, though.
Oh, of course.
But
That's why
I would
99% of dog shit.
I would definitely love. I do think, like, let's say, for example, I don't know, Satan has spoken yet, but I think this space is missing like a Kai Cenat type person that's doing fun things and like coming up with creative things like that for sure. It's just easy though. It just really is easy.
Well, let's talk about that, because I want to. That's going to be a whole section
Yeah,
about
yeah.
the React method. I really want to know your guys' perspective, because I've been very outspoken about this recently. And then Lastly, we have a guy with another meteoric rise on Twitch and YouTube, perhaps in one of the most controversial ways. We have Sane Tone Toss. How are you feeling about the gacha space and your channel right now?
Yeah, so I would say the gacha space as a whole, this has to be one of the, I would say right now has to be one of the most like unfortunate slumps that we have just universally across most of like the popular games. I think it's fair to say that like if you just look at like Brant guide views right now, he's kind of like not really a popular character
Our
on
fault.
YouTube. Like
It's
you
our
just
fault.
look at every single creator, the I Win to Loses, the Braxophones, the Gacha Gamers. Like those Brant guides are not getting the same numbers as Phoebe, and they're definitely not getting the same numbers as like a Carlotta. It's actually a lot more similar to like Rosia.
You know what's
And
really funny?
unfortunately,
My Brant videos are doing insane.
You're a Tectone though.
But
Well,
like,
maybe
true.
if
I
everyone-
feel like any of your Woo-Wah vids do pretty
You're-
good.
They do
Okay,
pretty
but
good,
maybe
like
if
that.
everyone didn't doom post Brant for like 3 weeks, maybe people would give a fuck about him.
I
Maybe
think
people
it's
would care about a
more so
character
the
at
fact
all.
that Brother Man is unfortunately he's got a debuff. He's got a Y chromosome. And that's the reason why he's not doing too well on YouTube.
It's really good.
It's-
It's a little bit. I mean, both can be true, right?
I
The
will
one
say,
necessarily isn't.
He is the
I
less
just
popular character.
posted some very positive content about Brant, and it did very well on every single one. So there's a lot of people saying that negativity is what gets you views, but what's very interesting is that my positive content does very well. So I don't know,
My Brad
guys.
video is also a 1 out of 10. Like it's doing well too. Like
Yep.
I don't know.
Oh, I'm not saying it's like doing like bad. I'm not saying it's doing like terrible. I'm saying it's just not doing as good as Phoebe vids were,
Sure.
generally. And I think that's just like something that you're gonna expect across just like the Wuthering Waves space, just knowing like the audience. There's a reason why Kuro's coming out with, I mean, the last mail was Zhang Liao and Zhang Liao was free. Right. And then this is the most kind of like recent performance, and this is the result that we're getting. I think that it's kind of like the slump from kind of like the latter half of 2.1. I think it's fair to say that Woo-Wah doesn't really have a lot of stuff going on in the patch right now. I mean, like even like the events page, it was like tactical simulacra, and then like what? There's like a double drop event.
Running event.
Yeah, yeah, and the running event. There's just not that much to do in the
There's
game.
another one as well.
Okay,
was,
all right. Oh, infinite battle simulation, and that one's just
Infinite,
like, yeah, that one's like infinitely easy, right? There's not a lot of stuff going on in the game. There's not a lot of stuff to look forward to in the Hoyo games either. Like what Genshin's on a filler patch right now, and then you have like Honkai Star Rail about to nuke the space with Casterus, and then you got like ZZZ where like nobody ever talks about the goddamn game. There's like nothing going on, and I feel like when it comes to like my channel and where it sits alongside that, there's a certain period of time whenever a patch drops where you can make a lot of content related to the game, right? And if you're uploading frequently, you're going to quite literally run out of content when it comes to the game. And I think that I view like reacts, I view like watching videos about other games like HSR, like the Genshins, like the ZZZs, as a way to both like branch out and then also make content while there's a lull in the main game that you're playing. And I guess this whole sort of like viewpoint of, oh, there's too much slop or you're making like too much of XYZ. I mean, it's either that or quite literally just based off of the content that's in the patch for a game like Woo-Wah. It's either branch out or like not really make content. And so if I have a choice between the two, not make content or make content, I'm going to go for the make content angle.
Okay, so you feel like there's no content being made.
I mean, like once you get like 2 weeks into the half of the patch, which lasts for like 3, you're gonna run out of content if you're uploading pretty frequently.
Here's what's crazy. I feel like what I did when the Genshin Impact launches was the parts where I uploaded the most were when there was the least content. And the reason why that was is because that's when it becomes really fucking hard. And creators won't know what to post. You know how there's like the guide Andes and the playtest Andes, and then 3 days after the new patch, they're like, well, I don't know what to do. I guess we'll just wait till I can make another guide. Like, there were people like myself who would make goofy builds like Death Knight Bennett, and there's people also like Tawano, which I want to give a big shout to, who would make the literal dumbest fucking videos that I think Wuthering Waves community hasn't tapped into yet, that I think would actually farm really well, which is very positive, very fun content. And that's what I really, hold up, let me get here real quick. And I know it's gay and retarded, right? But real quick.
What was
on my field.
Wait, what was the premise of the videos though? If I could just ask.
Yeah,
real quick,
I'm gonna get into that right now. But I do think that there is a way to make more fun, more positive content. That's what I want to inspire everybody watching and everybody here today to try out for a little bit. And less React slop, because I'm gonna do that, and you guys should be making original content. Okay, that's my job. And
oh, that's the real reason for this call.
Yeah, and then we're
should be making content for you.
Yes, you guys should be working for me. Absolutely.
Make me more money.
So absolutely, Glaive. I think I've made at least 30 grand reacting to your videos, man. I'm gonna keep it a buck. It's great. I'm gonna buy a small car. And
I bought a PC because I made 2 videos on FOB.
Hell yeah,
and FOB
dude.
gave me a new PC.
Wait, FOB gave you a PC?
Indirectly.
Oh,
his aura gave me a PC.
Damn, that's
FOB's
crazy,
such
bro.
a generous man. Oh my god.
Holy
His
currency.
aura gave me a PC.
Nah, I disagree, bro. I mean, I had FOB on my stream 27 times. You know how many times he's had me on his stream? Take a guess.
Zero.
Fuck FOB, brother. Fuck FOB. Greediest man in the goddamn gacha space. Bro is a loser. All right, let's keep going on here. So positive content. So I am genuinely curious when it comes to your guys' mind of what positive content would be. What would that be? Like, what would that entail for you? And I actually want to start with Saint Tone Toss, because I am curious. Like, when you think positive content, what are you thinking?
Positive content. I view positive content as like informative, looking to help players in like, okay, I already said it, but like inform players about things that are coming up, how to like deal with certain things. Sort of like runs where you're completing the new content in the patch. Somebody's like fishing event playthrough, or their run against Hikari Nyx on the most recent patch. Basically stuff where, you know, you're talking well about the game, you're praising where it's, you know, where it's doing things right. And I also view positive content as where you're giving critique about the game, right? Where something falls short.
I would
like
agree with
even
you,
in
by the way.
your,
I would absolutely agree.
Yeah. So I think like even in your 2.1 review, Techie, right? You were talking about how good like a lot of stuff in the patch was. But then you're also talking about where certain things were falling short. Like, you know, we was tokens, and then a couple of like the other events that were in. I view that as a whole as like positive content, because the intent is to make the game better and to make the community aware of things, of what to give targeted feedback towards. And, you know, that's kind of like more so just like the gameplay topical stuff. Positive content is also going to flow into like, you know, sort of like fan creations, fun stuff that you're doing with like, I mean, let's be real here. I guess I'm starting to delve into stuff that doesn't really exist.
No, you're good, man.
I think there was like that one video of like the Loomies where they're like flying around, and then there's like the fighter jet sounds, and then they're just like pew-pewing the Inferno Rider for like 20 seconds, and then a Camellia like drops down and dive bombs with Ephemeral.
I genuinely thought that shit was so awesome. I never once thought that would even be real. Like, I thought that shit was so funny.
Yeah, that was a funny video.
Yeah.
And it was definitely like an engaging and fun one. But I guess like the struggle for a lot of people is blending that sort of content and the workflow for that sort of content with what they know is actually going to be like sustainable in terms of like outputting a video, right? Because when we kind of like think about a video as a CCs and like what we want to end up putting on our channel, there are like a couple of almost like preconditions that preclude a lot of like maybe that type of content style for most people, where you want the video to be like 8 minutes, or you want it to be at least like, you know, maybe even more than that. You want it to be like engaging. You want people to stay beyond just like 3 or 4.
Are you reading your chat?
Am I reading my chat?
They keep on going, yap, taunt us, hurry the fuck up.
You started with me, man.
I'm just saying,
you
killing me, bro.
You knew what was coming, and you started with me.
Yeah.
You knew what was coming.
Yeah.
And why are you telling me
You're
about...
taking our answers here, bro. Like,
why are you telling me about my chat?
I just thought it was funny because I saw the Yap Tontas emote and I just started dying, bro.
I do think there is a little bit of a different answer as well, though.
Sure, yeah. So
like I'm not gonna glaze myself too much, but like I did a video the other day where I brought my IRL best friends over, and these motherfuckers have never played a gacha game in their life, and it was like a boot camp, and I bought like a really shitty fucking SWAT vest that didn't fit me, and like a fucking army helmet, and I was just kind of like letting them try the game and like have like a mini tournament. Like I guess to me, when I think of positive, like I'm not trying to be funny when I say like a Kai Cenat, like someone who's also just doing like fun activities either with people or by themselves in chat and other creators. Like it doesn't necessarily have to boil down to like a guide or something. Not saying that's bad, but I think it just takes a lot of effort and it's a very high risk thing. Like it was a 1 out of 10 video for me, got like 5.7K views or something, which was cool.
Hell yeah.
But it's time consuming to do things like that.
Of course. That's a mindset that I think a lot of people are adapting lately, but that's really hard to do, so I don't want to do it. Before I became a React Andy, I was actually an original content Andy for 5.5 years, which was fucking, to be honest, I loved it personally. I fucking loved it because that's what kept my channel on an upward trajectory. I think there's a lot of content that other creators are doing, ready for this, like Doro44 and Brand Online and Tawano, that took their careers off to unbelievable heights. And I am curious because I do think if we want more viewers in the Twitch creator space for gacha games, how many of you guys have a TikTok and regular upload on TikTok?
No, I don't really.
I uploaded once.
TikTok, but it didn't work out.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't.
YouTube Shorts and TikTok are something that I'm not sure you guys are aware of. Those are the easiest way to grow as creators. Everybody says the
Shorts are
easiest
great.
way to grow is, oh, dude, just be negative. That's just not how it works. I've been losing subs for 2.5 years, by the way, on YouTube. I started uploading shorts about 2 months ago, and now I'm up 5,000 in the past 28 days. YouTube Shorts are incredible discovery, incredible growth. And I think that is something that a lot of creators are not taking advantage of right now, especially just funny shorts. I'll be real. I don't know what's up with my short editors. They just make me seem horrifically racist and a horrible person. And they upload that shit onto my shorts, which is like, that's fine. But
It's just funny, I ain't gonna lie.
I did want to encourage everybody who's starting to watch this or who's a content creator in the scene right now. You should be uploading, and I shit you not, you should be uploading 2 shorts a day. 2 shorts a day, take those same shorts and upload them to TikTok. I mean this genuinely. You will see growth 1,000,000%. And these shorts might get 100 views over a day, over 2 days. 5 months down the line, one of them's going to blow up. And when that one blows up, you are going to see exponential growth. So like if you are not uploading that, then I don't know what to tell you because let's just be real. I'm going to say a lot of uncomfortable truths today. The largest majority of the gacha audience, and I hate to say this, they're a bunch of dumb kids. Okay?
The normies, yeah.
They're a bunch of dumb children. And those dumb children are on YouTube and TikTok. I will be real, guys. 6.5 years ago, when I started my content creation career, my average viewer age was 14 to 15. Okay? Now, those who have been watching me for 6 years, they're 21, 22, and they're getting married. Okay, and that's very uncomfortable. That's a very weird thing. It's because I had a mod, his name was Mateo, and he told me he was 22 because I don't like having minors as mods, so I modded him. And then about a year ago, he said, "Oh, dude, take it. It's my 18th birthday." And I said, "You told me you were 22 like 4 years ago." And he said, "Oh yeah, I lied. I just wanted mod." And I said, "Oh, okay, great." Like this guy even went to Walmart and took a photo of himself because he told me he was a Walmart manager. And he said, "Just got off my shift." And he posted that in Discord. And I'm like, oh, okay.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
That's psychopath behavior.
That's high effort, I ain't gonna lie to
He's
you.
also the man.
That's good.
He's also the man. Dude, his name is Mateo. He's actually a goat. He's actually one of the reasons why my big hate train started back in 2019. There was this guild called Epic in this game I played called Skylanders Ring of Heroes. And the entire guild was hacking. And they were cheating the game. And Mateo came to me and showed me their Discord logs and showed me that they were cheating. And so I took those logs and I sent them to a community manager and got the entire guild banned from the game. And so they've been shitting on me for 6 years since then. But now he was a homie, man. It was dope. He was showing that these guildies were exploits. It was awesome. But yeah, that was a long ass time ago, man. That was a long ass time ago. But yeah, I would hopefully, if there's one thing that I want you guys to do is definitely try to make more YouTube shorts and TikToks. 100%. Especially Glaive. Glaive, how the fuck are you not doing that already?
I'm lazy, man. I'm so sorry.
Okay.
I
We have
will work
editors.
harder, Daddy.
Okay,
Another
so-
I will do
editor.
that.
Great, and that
Oh
is what
my
I prefer to be called.
Jesus.
I will say, when you guys, and let's talk about editors here. Let's talk about editors. How many of you guys have an editor?
I love
used-
my
used
editor.
to.
Okay.
I've worked with a couple
I have-
before.
All
Not a
right.
dedicated
like
one.
three,
I don't have one.
two.
I got one.
Okay.
Mhm.
I'm not going to ask you how much you're paying your editors, but I will say the best way to deal with an editor for how much you're going to pay them
Mhm.
is by giving them a percent of what you make. And
Mhm.
like, for example, I give my main editor 20% of what I make. When he first started for me, I was making 1/3 of the revenue that I was. Fast forward 6 months, and now I'm making 3 times what I was, and his pay has scaled with how well he's doing. It's a really great way to talk to editors and saying, let's say you're a smaller creator. Just say you'll give him 60% of what you make. And then you'll lower that down once you reach certain thresholds down the line to where it's fair for both of y'all. But having an editor that makes more money the better you do will always make them work better and also make y'all like respect each other a lot more, because when you do good, they do good. When they do good, you do good. It's a great way to deal with your editors.
Yeah.
Uh,
I want to
Mhm.
I want to say it like I have an editor, my editor Chair. He's amazing and he's 100%. He takes like my React slops and
Yeah.
yes, it's slop content, but he will literally edit in like whole skits like himself into like my Reacts like at
Yeah.
the beginnings, at the ends, and it has like made the Reacts, even though they're slops, so much better and more entertaining. And he's been so like lovely. So like
Oh, yeah.
100%. Editors
Oh, you
with good
sure?
relationships. Like if you actually have a relationship with your editor too, like you're good, you're close, you understand each other, and you both get the same kind of content and humor. It's like a golden egg. It's so good.
Yeah.
So I love my editor.
Ironically, think a good editor is more important than producing good content, because I think a good
Mhm.
editor can turn
100%.
dog shit boring content into good content just through edits.
I don't think for some channels 100%. Like for example, I think Tawano's content, like if he didn't have a good editor, I think he actually edits his own videos. Like Tawano's content, who he is, he's a very shut in. He's a very like anxiety high guy. His personality really isn't that over the top, but the way he edits his videos makes it seem like can't miss content, which is very transformative. But obviously, if you do have that type of personality content, even though he gets millions of views, he doesn't really convert that well, because when you see him live and you're like, oh, okay. Yeah, it kind of happens that way. I will also say, I do think it is absolutely fine to give your editors all of your money. I did that for a very long time. I actually still do that. For 3 of my channels, 100% of the revenue goes directly to my editors. That's for like optional content. And the only time I do that is when I am completely hands off. You tell an editor, make content for me on this channel. You can use my name. All revenue goes to you. Or do what I do, whereas I have 3 separate editors and they split the revenue 33, 33, 33. So I think encouraging that is great. Just to get more content of you out, I think is like super important. Now I know a lot of this is like, yeah, Checky, if I had money, I'd do that. Just know I was doing that even when I had no money. So this isn't like a multi-millionaire take. I've been doing that for a very long time, and I would go to, this was an OP way to make money. It's not really that. Okay, well, I'm not encouraging anybody to do this. But what I'm trying to state as a principle is to succeed in any way possible. So I used to scalp. Yep, I was a scalper.
Oh,
Yep, yes, I
no.
was. Absolutely.
You.
Absolutely,
A
I
what?
was. A scalper.
Here, message me.
Yep, so
What is a scalper?
so what I would do is I would go and I would wait in line into GameStops, and I would buy these things called amiibos. Amiibos for $15.
Oh my god.
$15. I would sell them 2 hours later for $140.
Oh my.
Every
God.
time one came out,
Of course.
3-4 grand payday. I don't care, bro. Fuck them all. Hey, I don't care. It is what it is.
Game's game, bro.
And dude, I
Game is
even
game.
I did worse shit, bro. I went to Goodwill. I would go through all the Goodwill.
Man.
I would find the good brand of clothes, take that shit, clean it myself, hand wash that, put that shit
That's
on
okay,
Craigslist
though.
for like $80, $90. I don't care.
I
Fuck
think
it.
thrifting is okay, but scalping is pretty dog shit.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
Nah, I mean you can.
It's okay because I make money. It's
you want to
fine.
know why
It's
you're
okay.
mad?
All
You want to
good.
know why you're mad?
You
'Cause
just
you're not the one
found the
doing
glitch
it.
in the system, bro.
Because you're
I've
not the
scalped
one
so
doing it.
many things. I've
Is
scalped
it-
so many things.
Oh, okay,
Is it
great.
bad that like
I recognize I'm a garbage human being for doing it, but like
Yep.
bragging about it is wild.
Hey, I don't care.
Mhm.
Listen,
Is it bad that I feel like none of us are surprised?
Yeah, no, good.
Yeah.
I mean,
Now all those kids are on the
I'm
street,
not
bro.
surprised at
You
all.
did that, and they're scalping.
Yep.
You made a whole scalping
Yeah.
generation.
Hey, listen. Should I have sold drugs instead? That was my
Yeah.
option.
Well, I was about to say actually.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
thefts
be
are a little
honest.
bit more
I
profitable.
respect that
Yeah,
more.
Ethan
than
can
scalping.
supply with 10. It's fine.
Yeah.
You
I
respect
respect
selling
that.
I'd
drugs
rather you
more
sell
than
Yes.
cocaine
Yeah.
than scam.
honestly.
I live-
Yeah,
I
yeah.
I live
if
in
you were-
California.
Yep.
Everyone is high here. I respect a drug dealer much more than a scalper.
You know what? I'm gonna get on making
Yep.
crystal
Yeah.
meth right now.
Nice.
I'm saying like succeed any way possible, man. Because like this.
Jesse, we need to cook.
Like,
yeah, I mean, you've got
Jesse.
the core Breaking Bad look down already.
I know, man. I'm just saying, like,
You just need the hazmat suit.
This career, and I'm sure we'd all agree, this career is usually, it can be the worst career ever, but it at points is the best career ever. And I was not gonna let any morals get in the way of me succeeding in this shit, bro. Absolutely fucking not, bro. Absolutely not.
I think that's fair.
Yep.
I guess my question would be, and again, maybe I'm jumping the gun, so tell me to shut the fuck up if I am.
Sure.
But I feel like, what do you think is considered an acceptable amount of quote unquote slop? And like, I feel like there could be a fine balance between good content and slop content.
Well, first of all, I have no issue with slob content at all. I'll be real. I only watch slob content. I'm just not
Yeah.
gonna do that. I'm 31, right?
I want to know what Genazot thinks. Genazot's making a face.
Oh,
Like,
I'm
what
not
do you-
even trying to make a face.
No,
Oh.
yeah, okay, because like I feel like right now there
Acceptable
are a
amount
lot
of
of
slop
reactors.
content, though.
Yeah.
Well, here's what I would say, and maybe people would disagree with me. I believe the lowest form of content in terms of easiest to make, where anyone can do it, is reaction. Doesn't mean you're
Sure.
going to be good at it, but it's probably the lowest of type of content that realistically anyone can turn on a webcam and watch a video, right, and talk over it. But a lot of people are really fucking bad at it. Like a lot of people are terrible at it.
99%
Sure.
of them are.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of
Then
people
I
are
would
bad at
say,
it.
Yeah.
then I would say the next level up from that, I think, is guide content. I believe guide content is so brain dead.
I
I'm
absolutely
gonna be
agree.
real. It's
100%.
literally you put the fire set on the fire character. You use
You
the
read
character's
the
weapon
abilities.
on
The,
character,
Enfield
you know?
community was
Like,
struggling
all
with
the
that
Read the
though.
words.
too, bro.
Yeah, the Enfield community doesn't understand. But like, it's literally the
hot
most
take. I think
brain-dead
guide
shit.
content is so much lower form than React, and the reason why that is because every guide's the fucking same, and so many content
steal it.
creators. Yeah, you
True.
just go on
Yep.
Reddit.
You can
What
steal
did
it.
they say? I'm gonna say that right here. And guide contents always do well. They perform like fucking crazy. They're all the same. They're fucking shit. I want you guys to think of, genuinely hear me out. When was the last time you ever saw a fucking guide of an original build they thought of, not what was meta viable?
Well, in smaller games,
I don't think
there
I've
are.
ever seen that.
Right?
Very rare, yeah.
It's that fucking rare. They say, this is the best set, this is the best weapon, so use it. They never say any alternative builds that you can use whatsoever. I want to do a shout back to 3.5 years ago to a bald man who made Genshin Impact, who popularized a
bald man.
build called Death Knight Bennett. And the reason why Death Knight Bennett was so universally successful is during that time period, absolutely nobody needed HP percent goblets. Nobody was using that. Nobody was using HP on all three sets. And the reason why that's important is because when you make a guide like that, that gives players more artifacts that now have potential to have a viability. Was it the best build? No, but it got the job done and it made you fucking unkillable. So one, not only did it ease the access to anybody struggling with the game by making you unkillable, two, it would also make an artifact set and an artifact type that people otherwise wouldn't use for anything now viable, which would reduce the amount of RNG for good and bad relics that you can actually pull before immediately dumpstering them. I don't remember seeing that shit at all in anything in like the past 3 years.
Bro, this is like the 5th time I've heard about Death Knight
Yep.
Bennett. If you didn't have that story, bro, you'd have nothing. That is your ace
You
in
know
the
what's
hole,
crazy?
bro.
Let me quote another one.
God.
Let me quote another one.
Well, like,
no
I-
other example.
Another
Back in the
example.
day
Another
when I
example.
watched,
Hold up, one more. Tank Meta and Epic 7, popularized by OK Code. That was huge. He is a guy who started his own fucking meta in PvP in a entire PvP zone of get really fast and kill him. He's like, nah, I'm gonna just get really fat and slow. And
I was there. He ruined the whole game.
Yep.
Fuck him, bro.
And
It
shit
was
like
so
that
bad.
is awesome.
Yeah.
And he built a whole career. I mean, I want to before OK Code cashed out and quit all gacha games, bro was getting like 2K viewers every single fucking stream just because he made that original guide. He was huge and he was smart as fuck. He's also the guy who said, "Gon, you should be a support," which also that got me a lot of shit for merely echoing what he said.
Another game had like the complexity and builds like that we really don't talk about enough.
What?
Cookie Run Kingdom.
Cookie
There
Run
was
Kingdom.
some different builds that you could do, and basically the only reason was because of the PvP aspect. I think that's what a lot of games are really missing is some sort of like competitive mode. And I think you shit on this before, Techie, is that like I think PvP in games is fucking great. I think Cookie Run Kingdom did it absolutely fucking perfectly. Obviously, it's one of those things. Again, you spend more money, you automatically win.
More money, more better.
Yeah, exactly.
That being said, there was a story for a game called Summer's War. The creator Sean B got top 100 in the PvP ladder, completely free to play, which was insane. This guy was the best player
Yeah.
I've ever
You got to
fucking seen.
G2.
Yeah, G2.
Dude, for anyone,
yeah, G2, yeah.
for anyone who doesn't know anything about Summoner's War, people spend literally $1 million in that game. It's a PvP game.
Oh, bro.
And
So
you could get nothing from it too, because there's
Yeah.
no pity.
so
The top player had maids who would pull for him because he didn't have the time to just sit there pulling all day.
dude.
He had maids
So
pull.
Jenna,
awesome.
I actually
What
interviewed
the fuck?
a group of competitive Summoners War professional players, and they said this is 8 years ago, a light spender for Summoners War 8 years ago was 300 grand minimum just to be in the tournaments, which is
Sounds about right.
fucking ridiculous.
Bro, if you have money like that, that's crazy.
Yeah.
I guess, and also I want to make this very clear. Like anything I say is not defending my content because I'm very open to criticism, whether it's harsh or not. I just want to make that clear. So if someone wants to shit on me and tell me I'm a piece of shit, that's fine.
Thanks, Hassan.
Like,
Your
but
content
what-
sucks.
Okay, so, but I am curious, like, what is like. Right now, there's this perception going on that it's too negative. But do you really think that that's like, let's say, our fault, or maybe like I think it's a combination of both, but just the fact that the space just sucks right now?
Okay, so here's
Like-
I would love to talk about this, by the way. So
Yeah.
I am a guy where absolutely I think the space for a lot of us are experiencing a lot of disgruntledness with the fact that Honkai Star Rail is heading in the worst direction humanly possible. It is a ticking time bomb. That Casters thing is going to make it to live. The live stream, I'm done playing the game, and that breaks my fucking heart. Because it also looks like they're bringing forth a really good change that people are not talking
I
about.
saw, yeah.
But I don't think it. I thought about it more. I don't think it's enough. I thought maybe it was yesterday, but then I
It's
reread
the
it,
wish
and they're
system, right?
they're not doing what I
It's not a
thought they were
selector.
doing.
Yeah, it's not a selector. You pick those characters at this point, and then it's a possibility you could lose to like a Sealer or whatever. Yeah, it's not a selector.
Yeah, and I want to make
So
sure
it's
that
not even guaranteed that you lose to them.
Yeah.
yeah.
From
So,
what we've seen.
yeah, we
so
have
far,
to see when
yeah.
the live stream comes out because I'm gonna take that with a grain of salt because that's a very complex system.
I mean, it ultimately just comes down to it. It's like, so like gacha games just in general are fucking boring. Outside of the patch, the patch week and a half, gacha games are boring. You run out of content. And ultimately, at the end of the day, when there is a lull in content, what people like the most is controversy. They like PvP. They like people arguing with each other because that fills the void in between the months of lack of content in these games.
I really don't think so. I really
But
think that
really-
when
I
don't think
everybody's
either.
bitching, it is so nice to find a creator that's saying, you know what, this is fine, and they're having fun, and they mean it, and they're not forcing it. That is also very nice. I agree. Controversy is fun for me, but to deny the large demographic that just wants peace amongst all the noise, that is definitely there 100%. I mean, and I'm very jealous of Mr. Pokey for having this mental illness to where he likes doing 0 cycles for 14 hours a day. I mean, good for him, bless his heart. But it is nice because like he is the only Honkai Star Rail creator playing that shit non-fucking stop, and we all wish that we were all as mentally ill as him.
I understand where you're coming from though, but those people are in their own little pockets
Of
of the
course.
space, and really just no one's talking about it, right? No one's going on Twitter, no one's making YouTube videos about, oh, this guy is 0 cycled for the first time ever. Yay. No, they're
But
talking
it's not
about
always
PvP.
like that, bro. Like back in the day, I
generally
mean,
is.
nowadays probably like drama, controversy, when the dry patches, absolutely. But before, like 4 years ago, I watched Tectone, and in these dry patches, he doesn't make drama controversy video. He makes top 10 lakes. He makes who smells the worst in the tier list video. He makes like, oh, Bennett smells the worst. Like I studied these videos. Well, that cat's out the bag. I fucking watch your most popular videos. I learned from like 4 years ago. I'm a very long viewer.
Glaive, just like you did that for me, I also did that to Asmongold, Moist Critical, Wreckful, Etika. I think it's great to always learn from other people who are successful doing the thing that you want to do. Absolutely. And there should be no shame in that. Absolutely. I mean, that's just being a good student.
Yep. But the thing is, I think it's very easy to not be negative if you actually want to. You know, I have a great example that I'm going to put in the Discord right here as well. This is something that I bet nobody even thought of. It's stupid as fuck. Box 2 made this. Memory of Chaos 1 made me cry. Yeah, 1. Not 12, 1. This video got 60,000 views. Right? You can easily make just fun, stupid content if you want. If people like what you're putting out, right? I think it's very simple to do that when you have a platform, but people don't want to, right? Instead, and okay, I'm just gonna post this picture here because this is a pretty funny picture that I saw a while
please tell me
ago.
it's the video, the picture that I need.
No,
that's the one that I need.
Yep,
okay, editor.
Yep.
This is the image that I was referring to. Post this in the thumbnail, man. Post this in the thumbnail.
You see, this picture was put, I think, on the Gacha Games subreddit.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. If you look at it, let's be real. It's pretty easy. You see, okay, this thing's happening, negative video. This thing's happening, negative video. This thing's happening, negative video. And I don't really fault people for doing that, right? Because it's news and stuff going on. And let's be real, like Honkai Star Rail, it's a fucking shit show dumpster fire. Of course, everyone wants to shit on it, right? Whether or not you even like the game or not, it's just news and it's stuff to talk to and everyone's interested in it. But at the same time, when there's so much negative content, like you can make positive content, but you choose not to, right?
I'm curious really quick. I'm not segueing or anything. Do you think Box's video that you posted would have done nearly as well if he didn't already have an established audience? Because I don't think it would have.
No, I don't think it does. Well. What I'm saying is some people in this call already have the established audience. I think a lot of people do. I think like probably
I would argue everybody in here has an established audience.
Oh, I was gonna say at least 3 to 4 of you could probably post whatever, and you would probably still
not a 60K, not a 60K video. Maybe a 5 to 10K.
Well, the thing is, not 60K, but that's because Box has 200,000 subs. But like,
that's what I mean.
You know what I mean?
I think like content like this on most other people's channel would be a 5K video, and maybe I'm fucked up, but that's like nothing, right? That's not even really a fucking video.
I think it might depend on what people watch you for, I guess.
Sure, and also your delivery, because the thing is, and this is what's very important, is that I would argue, and I think this is pretty fair to say, Shinya, you're a fucking doomer when it comes to content creation. Hence why your channel's a wasteland, bro. Glaive Keo made a joke called what was it? Battle of the Wasteland, Itoma versus Shinya's channel.
Itoma's Twitch. But Itoma's Twitch.
The thing is,
Itoma's Twitch.
Yeah, Itoma's Twitch.
Little Shinya's YouTube channel.
True. Battle of the Wasteland. You gotta understand, for videos like that, where it's like, oh yeah, it's only gonna get 5 to 10K views. But what it is going to do is those are much more personality forward content, and that's going to establish your brand a lot more to new and returning subscribers of, oh, this guy made a good video and I enjoyed it. And I think more creators should stop going for what videos can get me the most amount of views right now versus what is the best content that I can put forward to show people that my quality is there and my content is worthwhile. Because when you do build up oh, I saw that video, I liked it, I'll watch the next one. Click-through rate is the most important demographic for every video. Like, for example, not to brag, I have a 16 to 18% click-through rate on my fucking reaction slop, which is fucking unbelievable, by the way. If you're a YouTube creator, you know 16 to 18% on reaction slop is fucking crazy.
That is broken.
Yeah. So like when you ensure your audience that what they're coming for is what they're gonna get, that click-through rate is gonna be fucking huge. So I do think more people should lean into original creative content, like, you know, and I'm glad you brought this up, Glaive, the top 10 Genshin Impact characters I can beat in a fight. Bro,
I'm actually doing that with Wuwa. That's my next
they're
video.
so fun. You know what other videos farm? I brought 3 Calcharos into the overworld of Wuthering Waves, and I beat all bosses. Legit.
I did that with Shangli, absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. Get
It was
a character.
fun times.
It's good. It's good. It's fun content. People fucking love it. Then rip that shit, make it a YouTube short, make a TikTok short, because I will be real, for a lot of people who aren't at like the averaging 600 viewers on Twitch and averaging 50,000 views per video on YouTube, nobody should give a fuck about their YouTube videos at all besides posting shorts, because YouTube ain't make no fucking money. It just don't.
Yeah, but that's where you get the majority of your audience coming over from
Absolutely
onto Twitch, because you don't grow naturally on Twitch. It just doesn't happen anymore.
Yeah, and like
Unless
shorts.
you're established. Excuse me.
Yeah, but even still, growing on Twitch is really fucking hard. The way that you grow on Twitch is by collaborations. The way you grow on YouTube is the algorithm. And that's just how it is. And everybody fucking knows that shit. That's the type of content that I think people are neglecting and should really be pushing forward, is more original content. Because this is the big thing that I want to talk about. Let's talk about reaction is easy, so that's what I do. All right. So this is a topic that I think a lot of people just don't get. Yo, chat, type 1 if you think it's easy to be a reactor. We're about to get into some real shit here.
Well, I think the distinction is it's easy to be a reactor, but it's harder to actually be one that's entertaining.
one.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, is it
That's
easy
the
to be a
difference.
good reactor or not?
I like. It's so easy to give a bad take that people will shit on you forever for. Even
Well,
in
it
a
doesn't
react.
even matter if
Like,
it's a
that's
bad take or good take. All that matters is that you're entertaining realistically,
Yeah.
that you're actually good at it.
Yeah,
I will say this. I do think everyone in this call is good at reacting, and that's why I think there is a lot of quote unquote react slop. Dare I say, a lot of the people, like how you brought up Twanto, like I don't think I would sit down and watch Twanto react to a video about Arknight's Enfield or even a Genshin video, because I think it really dives into your personality. I do think there is some skill to be entertaining. The content itself is very easy, but I do think it's good. You know, you take some skill.
So I
If
think,
everyone was good as, you go.
yeah, so I think a big question that every person who decides they want to be a reactor on YouTube needs to ask themselves a serious question. And if they can't answer that, they should solve that issue very quickly, which is, why the fuck would anybody care about my opinion?
I agree. I think that's
Why would anybody want my opinion over my competitors? And if you can't give a solid answer, that's when you know that reaction is convenient, but it's not going to get you anywhere. And the reality is, these are the numbers you need to hit. You need to hit 1,000 concurrent viewers on Twitch. You need to be hitting 50K average on YouTube for your videos. If you can hit that, you now have a career. If not, things are going to be very, very hard. Those are the numbers, by the way, to essentially guarantee that you can make $60,000 to $80,000 as a content creator. And now, while I am saying 40K is livable, here's the difference. When you're a content creator, you can lose up to 39% of your revenue every single year due to taxes, because you're in the creative industry. Hopefully everybody's doing their taxes, so that 80K, 60K for a content creator is going to look more so like 29K to 37K once all the taxes are done, as well as all the business expenses that come into being in this field for any type of whale content creator as a gacha, as well as system upgrades. You're going to have to paying a lot of money, as well as ordering food, right? It's a lot of fucking money, plus healthcare. Yeah, there's a lot of money that you need to make. And the other thing is, being sustainable is not the same, because you got to understand, the average content creator lifespan is 2 to 3 years, right? So you got to be making a lot of money very quickly, or you have to make sure that you're doing this shit for forever. And if you're only saying, I'm getting 7,000 views, 10,000 views, you'll be here for 2 years and then you're gone. You're going to be like Damone Kim. You're going to be like Matt Jistic Multigaming. Fucking even Atsu even fucking dipped, and he was doing great. That's because I ruined his life. Some would say. But you have to make a lot of fucking money and get out if you don't want to ruin your life, because that's the other thing with this space. You are putting your life on hold if you are not continuing working a job and continuing your training outside of this. So if content creation is everything to you and you want to do this shit forever, I am very blessed. I've done this for 6.5 years so far, and it doesn't seem like it's slowing down anytime soon. But if you want to do this shit forever, you got to figure out what's going to take you to that next step. How are you going to hit those thresholds of 50K views on YouTube average, 1K viewers on Twitch average? If you hit those, you have a career. But if not, It's a ticking time bomb. You got to really work towards that. And people don't talk about that a lot. So I guess my question to anybody, and I don't know which one of y'all consider yourself a reactor, but why the fuck would people give a shit to hear your opinion? And I'll start with me, which I think it's a very hard question to answer. But for me, I think I've had a 6.5-year history of being as straightforward and truthful, as well as proving that I can make any type of content and succeed in this business. I am willing to go live and say the uncomfortable truths, regardless of whether anybody wants to hear it or not. I'm also not afraid of falling on my fucking face and getting shit on for it. I don't care. But I think if people want to know who is on the side of the consumer for every gotcha take, I think they would understand that it's me. I think if they know that there's an issue in the community, they know that I'm going to talk about it. And if something is good, I'm going to talk about it. And if there's a review for a live stream, I'm going to be fair no matter what. That was not always the case. That was not always the case. I learned a lot about my issues with Atsu. And Asmongold taught me a lot that even though, why is bro posing like a gargoyle? Good one, say, that's hilarious. But I will say, I think being fair and trying to ignore your negative biases and just speak the truth is so important. I think Genizad has done a great job of doing this from the get-go, which I really appreciate. Because I was in a rut for a while where if I were to see Genshin Impact, I would absolutely crash the fuck out. But getting rid of that and just being more fair towards it, because being fair and telling the truth when something is bad is a lot better than just knowing this guy's going to make it look bad no matter what. And I think Saint Tontas is a person where people think, and I want you to defend yourself here, that if Genshin does anything, it's the Holocaust. If Wuthering Waves does anything, it's the second coming of Jesus Christ. And I think that reputation is something that we should work towards dismantling. But I would love to know your opinion on why would people want to watch you, Saint Tontas, and your opinion on that take.
Yeah, totally. So I think I'll address the take first, right? I've always came in with the mindset of I'm happy to give laurels to a game when it deserves it. And I think the whole perspective that I've had on ZZZ and 1.4 kind of is indicative of that, right? I don't really ever talk about ZZZ when it comes to like my reacts and my content, other than to say, okay, there's like one kind of like really bad thing going on here when it comes to like the power creep in a character like Miyabi. But then other than that, the game has been doing pretty good. It's just unfortunate that there's not really a lot of content creators for it. And I guess the whole narrative with Wuthering Waves that I think is kind of like, I guess a little bit more of like the exhausting part, right? Is this idea that I never actually critique the game and never bring like suggestions to improve it. I do it all the time, right? I think I have like within like the past like month, I have at least like 4 or 5 videos talking about systems, talking about events that are a little bit lacking, where Kuro, really needs to either step it up or change some things to make some of the game modes a little bit more palatable to a wider audience. And unfortunately, right, that it sometimes gets like hidden amongst like the general perception of like what of what my channel is, and people don't watch those videos, and then I guess it's sort of like because they don't watch them or they don't see them, they pretend they don't exist. And that's kind of like the narrative that kind of flows forward when I'm uploading like 3 videos a day. Not every single one of them is going to be a critique about the game, right?
Of course.
I make a critique about the game when it's necessary. And the unfortunate thing with Hoyoverse games, with the HSRs, with the Genshin Impacts, is that there's always something to critique about those games because they're always fucking up. Every single patch, there's always something that's fucked up. With 3.0, right?
Let me glaze you real quick, and I think this is important for me to say in front of my chat. I get the hurry the fuck up thing is a funny meme. I totally understand, chat. But I will like to say, I saw a couple people saying that St. Tontas is a drama-seeking whore. I will say this. Every single time I've ever approached St. Tontas off stream and I said, hey man, I'm worried about this. Maybe we don't talk about this. He's been like, you know what? Absolutely. You're right. Very reasonable. So I would like to say, I'm going to go to bat for St. Tontas a little bit. He's a very reasonable guy. And I don't think everything he does is just for negativity, drama, and attention seeking. But that is just merely my opinion. I would feel awful if I didn't say that. But yeah, go ahead and continue, St. Tontas.
Yeah. So my point of view is, if there's nothing to talk about, or nothing negative to talk about in a game, I won't talk negative about it. However, if there is something, right, like the caster is passive, if there is something like Genshin Impact's artifact selector sucking so much, it needs a second quality of life buff for the quality of life buff. That's something that I'll talk about. And the idea is just, if these games keep doing these things that can be viewed across like the whole gacha sphere as like something that's both like predatory and something to like add in, you know, stuff like Natlan's quality of life being locked behind Natlan's quality of life for the exploration being locked behind limited characters, and that's something that we could see possibly like perpetuate across the space. Yeah, that's something that I'll talk about because it's something that everybody's talking about. And my goal for my channel isn't just to do Wuthering Waves content and only Wuthering Waves content forever. The goal is to, you know, branch out, be able to talk about gacha games in general, have a point of view, because amongst the big gacha games, I have like I'd like to say at least like top 10% accounts with like really good artifacts, really good echoes, really good relics, and stuff like that across, you know, the various big gacha games. And then having like that sort of experience, being able to relate, talk about when those games were good and why they've gotten worse and what exactly the devs are doing to make them worse. I think that's like a valuable perspective for people that, you know, in the space, with the content creation space that you see in like Genshin Impact, HSR, and maybe even ZZZ, it is overly positive, right? Where if you talk negative about the game, you don't get the Hoyo contract, you don't get the early access. And basically, if you look at like most HSR creators above like 5K subs, they're like in the Hoyo creator program. They push out like these early access videos for all the different characters. And there's not a lot of people actually talking bad about the games when it is deserved.
Absolutely, I agree. Cool. Hell yeah. Yo, Jonazad. You okay, sleepyhead?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay, cool. You have this
I don't know.
You don't have resting bitch face. You have like a resting
sleepy.
No, there's a word for
I
it.
kind of do. This is what I normally look like.
No.
You're disassociating.
I would go
It's like you have like resting snob face. Like you.
Yeah,
look
Jonathan looks like he's
you
gonna
look-
fucking roast someone instantaneously. What the fuck is
Yeah,
this asshole
You
saying?
look like you're like your nose is up and you're better than everyone when you're.
But that's just what I.
Dude,
That's
your
what I normally
face
look
right
like.
now
That's what I feel.
That's just what I am. I am better. I am better.
I have to forcibly try to smile or something to not look like a piece of shit.
I'm
Right?
up to Kanto 6. The fuck you talking about? I am better than all you fucking assholes.
Yeah. Okay.
I play every gacha game known to man.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Jenna, you're not a reactor. You make original content, which by the way is fantastic. By the way.
I watch stuff on stream, but I don't really upload it because, I mean, I could,
Yeah.
and I thought about it, but I don't know. It's still on the table because some of them I think are actually pretty fun. Like I think are like a real fun time, and I'm just having a great time the whole time.
Yeah.
But I don't know if that's what I want for my channel because I've always kind of just I like making original content. I like talking about things that I'm passionate about or that I really like. And I think it's fun to discover different things and try and get other people into games that maybe I like as well. So I like that making that kind of content usually.
Yeah. Glaive, I'm not even sure what I would quantify your content as. It's very
do a lot of
very
things.
Mugen-esque. So I wouldn't call you a React channel either. But out of curiosity, why do you think people are clicking your videos?
I don't know.
Okay.
I have no idea.
Okay. All right.
I guess my videos are edited well, and they're trying to look at. A lot of people are.
I'm gonna be
too
real, dude.
serious.
Your videos are not even edited that well. I think people just like what you have to say, and you're good at it. I'm gonna be honest.
Really?
I agree with what Tectone said. Use the same reaction images. Like
Yep.
in the same video, we'll have like 5 of the same image, bro. Like
Yeah.
I don't even think that's the
Yeah.
part that's
Well,
so
even the
crazy. I think you
subtitles
just
and
like
sound
what you have to
sometimes.
say. In fact, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go a step further. I think this is just me personally. I think you're wasting your potential by just shitting on Hoyoverse on all of your videos. I think you could do a lot more, to be honest, with your personality and what you make. That's my feeling.
Okay.
Yeah, I think if you were to put, because what I think the reason why people click your videos are, because as an avid consumer, subscribe to Glaive Keo on YouTube. I think it's because you have this ability to make people care. you have a lot of passion in your video, and I love that. And I do agree, your videos are very spot on. And I know, as someone who's seen all of your videos, I know not all of your videos are shitting on Hoyoverse. But your videos where you're like praising the things that you like are very good. And I think if you were to branch out and maybe highlight some lesser known gachas that are on the horizon or ones that are obscure and lesser known, I think content like that for you would do incredibly well to channel that same amount of passion and energy towards being positive about a game that you really like, or a new event, or a new character, or a new game, or a lesser known game. I think you should really try that for future content.
Yeah, I've been doing that for PGR, and it's doing pretty well. The PGR community actually welcomes me.
Do it.
I think I should do that for a lot more games.
They love
for
people who
Limbus.
loves that game.
Try Limbus.
Yeah,
PGR
Limbus?
community love people who love
Yes.
PGR.
Dude, do
Yeah,
it for Limbus.
just try
Company.
little things.
Yeah.
I think it'll work.
Limbus Company, Duet Night Abyss, Arc Knights Enfield, Ananta. Like, I'm just sitting here wondering why the fuck you haven't talked about it yet.
I'm very, like, what do you call it? Narrow visioned.
Yeah, you have autism.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Well, don't feel too bad. Tectone just he's just suggesting those so he can react to those videos.
Yeah,
Okay?
oh,
he's just trying to give himself.
Absolutely, I am.
career.
100%.
Variety.
But no,
I
but
think
you
that's
make these
completely
kinds of videos,
fine.
huh?
I think
Yeah.
people reacting to my videos are very good.
Especially-
I can learn more from it. I can make more videos from it. Actually.
yeah, and let's be real.
How about you
man.
make a video about your top 10 favorite creators? You know, I think that'd be a really good idea.
Oh, Atoma did that, didn't he?
Wait. I'm sorry
Yeah.
to tell
Yeah,
you.
I thought we did that.
No,
sorry to
I
tell
didn't.
you.
I didn't do favorite. I did best and worst.
Yeah.
I would be his number one. He's called me cute 17 times in the past 24 hours. I'm just
Hell
throwing it
yeah,
out there.
dude. Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
you know.
Okay. Yeah. Well, and for real, Glyph, just try to, because that's our answer. But I think once you realize what makes your content so great, it is so important as a creator to like realize like, why are people coming back? Why is your channel exploding on YouTube right now? And I'll be real, if you're not already watching Mugen, are you watching Mugen?
I do watch Mugen.
Watch more, and dude, honestly, I would try to study the fuck out of that guy, because like you are like right there, like you are right there. And I think you have crazy potential to blow the fuck up and go beyond gacha, unless you want to chill in here, which I think is great personally. But to talk about the other serious topics. But yeah, I love it here personally. A lot of people are trying to get out. I'm not at all.
No, I love Gacha. I really do.
Yeah, I never get tired of it. I like the community a lot because there's always something stupid to talk about. Ethan, out of curiosity, why do you think people are watching you?
I think they're watching because I was a Hoyo show. And then I
You
really
were?
just kind of got frustrated. I've streamed 1,200 hours of Genshin. Like my first 2 years of gacha content was straight up like all those creative videos about Genshin, tier list, 4 times things, like all that shit. But I just got frustrated with the company. And I think you saw my tweet the other day, like at the end of the day, we all do promote gambling, and I just want to be honest. So I feel like I try to be as non-biased as possible.
Yeah.
And so I feel like I see both perspectives, and coming from the community where I was like legitimately doing 100-hour Abyss streams and helping people and shit. Like I'm very well aware of the games. So
I had no idea that you did that. How long have you been?
Yeah.
How long have you been making content for?
6 years, but I've only been in Gacha for about 2.5. I had like a group channel before this.
Okay, so what did you do before Gacha?
Before Gacha, I was just doing like random shit, like fucking Among Us, like fucking crab game, like bullshit.
Okay.
But then I settled down on this.
What do you think slowed down your progression as a content creator? What do you think is the reason why you haven't like blown the fuck up yet?
I think, and I've spoken about this with my girlfriend before, I think it's what you said previously, where it's like, correct me if I'm wrong, Asmon is the glider guy. You were the Genshin dude with Staff of Homa. I don't think that just being objective and non-biased is enough in the space to blow the fuck up. And so I think I probably need to highlight my personality more, but it's also really just super easy to just do the commentary stuff. So I don't know. That's a question that I really have been trying to figure out. I assume that's the answer, but I'm really not too sure.
I do
If
think
anyone
it
had-
is important as a creator. For the reason why I love the gacha community so much is because every new game that comes out, somebody is going to blow the fuck up from it. Or someone is going to blow up even more because of it. Saint Tontas is the guy who blew the fuck up because of Wuthering Waves. Mr. Pokey is the guy who blew the fuck up because of Honkai Star Rail. I'm the guy who blew the fuck up because of Genshin and Arknights. I got 2. And Wuthering Waves, which was insane to me. I got 3 pop-offs, which was fucking nuts. And every time there's a new game, the harder that you get the fuck in there on day 1, even more so, here's the reality. The harder you get on there on day -14, the more that you're going to blow up on day 1 through 3. Because that's where all of your growth is going to come from, is the first pre-existing 14 and the post 3 days. So positioning yourself to be the guy when those games come out is so fucking important. Like Vulcan Games is a great channel for how to become the guy of every community. Every single time before a game's about to come out for Gacha, he plays the beta. Yep. Yeah. Beginner tips, common mistakes to avoid, beginner guide, best characters, tier list, all before the game even comes out. To where even before anybody has an opportunity to get their hands on the game, he's already got those videos for you. They're already out. They hit the algorithm. They're blowing the fuck up. My tier list for Genshin Impact had 20,000 views before the launch of the game. Day 1, it went up to 1.1 million in a day, which was retarded. And I do agree, Ethan, because and just me, for example, I had no idea who the fuck you are at all. All I know is you're a good dude, and I like the way you uphold yourself. And I do agree, when you do have that moment, huge returns is going to come from it. But I think I would agree with you. Just bide your time, continue saying this is who I am, keep it incredibly fair, and position yourself to be ready for that Arknights Enfield pop-off, for that Ananta pop-off, for that next game pop-off. Absolutely. No, I think that's great. Yeah. What is the Asmongold glider thing? I don't know what that is.
I thought it was like a mount shit. Like, wasn't he known from like WoW mounts or something? Like, I know he was known for WoW, right?
Transmog
like,
competitions.
Some bullshit.
Like yeah,
so,
sure.
Like, people are known for things, right?
So I believe Asmon got known for being a ninja looter, which is, if anybody doesn't know, there's this thing that would get you banned in World of Warcraft, which was you would make a 40-man raid and the loot would go to everybody, but Asmon would just take it all. He didn't care. And so he blew the fuck up for just being a piece of shit. And I was like, I love this guy. Yeah, I love this guy because I'll be real. I naturally gravitate towards bad people. I think it's so fucking funny, or at least people who don't care to pretend to be good people. I really like that. But
Am I that bad? Jesus Christ!
No, just I think you're a horrible guy. And I think nobody knows it yet, and that's why I love you, man. Same thing with Shinya. You know, Shinya was actually just a fucking dick face to me, bro. He used to be a hate watcher, man.
Oh yeah, well, I didn't even watch you. I just hated your ass.
Yep. And I love Shinya, man. I love him to death now. But
yeah, you were the worst part of the early days of OTK, man. You were man. Yeah. I hated your ass. Good. Every time you events and shit. Oh god, here comes this fucking Tectone guy, fucking loud, obnoxious motherfucker. He was playing the heel, guys. He was acting. He was playing a character.
But now that you know of my story with OTK, you know they actually told me to act like that.
Oh yeah, of course.
Which is crazy because when you say it, people are like, nah.
Yeah.
No, he's just really a piece of shit.
They're just like, be as obnoxious as you possibly can and let us shit on you. Okay, Mez,
whatever you want,
Stockholm
man. Syndrome, man.
Yep, absolutely.
Your friends.
I fuck Shinya.
People don't realize that like a lot of people's online personalities, and not everyone, but a lot of people's online personalities are different than what the type of persons that they are in real life. People don't realize that. I think people are too accustomed to like the stupid like Kim Kardashian bullshits of the world, where they see these these entertainers and they think that's just like who they are, right? When it's a lot more nuanced than that.
Yeah. Out of curiosity, Shinya, why do you think people watch your streams and YouTube videos?
I think I bring a very like mature take to general topics. I think I have so much experience just in the world that I can relate to like the average person that plays these games. That's in their late 20s, early 30s. I think I've worked enough. I have enough life experience where people kind of feel like my takes are pretty similar to theirs. I'm like the average person. I grew up on World of Warcraft. I grew up playing every MMO. I grew up playing. Yeah, overweight, fat, white guy, which is like 90% of the gacha players.
Bro just called me out. Bro just called me out. That's crazy.
You're the most relatable
called
content
multiple
creator out
people out.
there.
Yeah, just call me.
I would say so, yeah, because I mean, like a lot of people, and this is not disparaging to anyone, but a lot of people like in the content creator space they're neats. They haven't worked a fucking day in their life. Maybe they exploded at 16, 17 years old when they were younger and did YouTube or Twitch for the majority of their life, and they don't have any real life experience, and just like stupid shit. Like I hate to throw Box under the bus, but it's like Box was like, "What's a state?" We had the very first Gacha cast we did. Gacha, so he asked something stupid. He didn't know what a state was, and I was just like, "Is this really like what a lot of these content creators are like, where they legitimately like don't like know like basic understandings of things?" And again, I love Box to death. I just want to make that very clear. I think he's fucking
like a state, like the 50 states, or
yes.
Oh,
He
lives in
didn't
America.
Florida. He didn't know Florida was a state. It was something really fucking stupid that it was like really
Florida's a state.
Did you guys know that World War II was 1939 through 1945?
yeah. I was thinking that the whole time, bro. I was thinking it, and then you said
There's
that.
a very big difference between knowing the exact date of World War II and knowing what a state is. I will be real. And
Sure,
I
yeah,
need to talk to Box about this.
Okay, yes,
I-
but there was something you said recently that I was like,
I thought it was
How did you know?
knowing the right century World War II was taking place.
Well, I mean, I'll be real. Like 1800s, 1900s, what's the difference, man? But here's a great question. They said,
Thanks.
tell me the difference between the 700s and the 800s.
The 700s and the 800s.
Yep.
I don't know. Maybe
And I
like
know. And to be a lot of people, it's very hard. It's very hard to differentiate.
okay, but that was like way far.
But so now it's unreasonable. Crazy.
Yes.
Crazy. I will say, Box has. Oh my God. Once again, Shinya, love Box.
of course.
I think he is so fun, and I think he's so funny.
Agreed.
However, he is so dangerous on stream because his sheer unknowingness is astounding. It is fucking astounding. I see now, and I made a clip. I don't know if it's on my channel yet or not. I literally asked him this question. So if you're in a race and one guy is doing better than every other guy,
Yeah.
doesn't that mean he's in first place? And Box goes, no. I'm like, what is going on? It was one of the most frustrating conversations of my life. And the even worse thing was his chat was fucking agreeing with him. And it's like, we're at a point now where there are some creators where their chat is just as dumb or worse than them. And it is scary. Love Box.
Box is a great guy. But yeah.
That was
shit.
starting to
Chat
sound
represents the
fake, man.
streamer.
But-
That's just what it is.
Holy shit.
Well, participation rewards count. So like technically, I'm not in first. I'm in 1 1/4.
Yeah. No, absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm just,
Ultimately, it's
oh
just
my
so
God.
it's just so crazy to me how like so many like people in the content creator space, all they know is video games or content creation. They've never worked a real fucking job in their life. They've never sat down and done their taxes. They have everyone do it for them. There's a lot of people in the community that don't even have a fucking driver's license and don't drive. Just like shit like that. That like real life experiences that so many fucking people don't have. And it's I personally find it hard to relate to people like that. And maybe I'm just fucking old.
I don't know if you guys are with
I'll
me
be
here.
so honest, that's all me.
I think that's
Look at this.
absolutely fine.
Wait, how's your? Okay, by the way, are you sitting against a rock? What the fuck is that giant ass thing behind you?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you were just
the
leaning
big
down.
rock.
Shit behind him.
It's his grandma
Your
blanket.
chair
That's my
looked
chair,
twice as
bro.
big as you because you were so slouched down.
Hell, it
man.
is.
Look,
Like,
Bro, it is.
I think
Stand
it's a
next to
great
it.
point is the whole
It's
people who have no life experience, and that's fine. The problem is when they act like they do.
Yes,
It's
sure.
kind of like what happened with Saint Tontas, where he blew up because everybody was saying, I played Wuthering Waves, it was shit. Trust me, guys, I played 30 minutes, and this system that's not in the game is actually really bad. And then Saint Tontas goes, bro, you never even been here. I've never seen your fucking face a day in my life. This is my house. What do you, bro, get the fuck out of my house. You don't know shit, man. Who is this guy? Goes the fuck in on him. And then everybody says he's a dick for correcting misinformation. Now, don't get me wrong. Was he a dick? Absolutely. But there was some justified anger, some not. But, that's why he's a controversial figure.
Yeah, I mean, that would be like me coming into the gacha space and just pretending like I've been in the gacha space for as long as you have, right? Like, I've played a few gachas here and there, but I'm still relatively new to playing gachas. Like, I played Dokkan, I played the Fire Emblem, Dislight, the Final Fantasy, Brave Exodus, or whatever. But that would just be like, me pretending to know, like, the entire history of gacha and pretending, like, my opinion's way more, because,
They will never weigh more.
my opinion's way the most. Yeah, I mean, I don't have that experience, and I'm not going to pretend like I do because I'm not, disingenuous like that.
Out of curiosity, did you check if you were?
I'm still the same.
No, dude.
Nice try, bro.
It was that bread. I shouldn't have ate that bread.
Yeah, Shinya is 1 pound away from being below 400, which is fucking huge, dude.
Oh, congrats, bro.
Yeah.
Congrats.
GG.
Fucking awesome.
Yeah.
I predict he'll be below 300 by the end of the year. Okay, well, great. Kate, out of curiosity, why do you think people watch your content?
Maybe because I'm clearly a DEI plant and I'm a woman, so I just have to get given views, you know? Like, it's just what it is.
That is very true.
You have the woke perspective.
I think I kid, but kind of, semi-kid. I don't know. I think that I'm someone who has... I try to get really involved in the community. Like, not just make a video and leave things, or not just do a stream and leave it. I think I try and get involved in a lot of things. And I like to try and, do things with other creators and other people kind of often. I like to get involved. And I think eventually people just get curious and be like, okay, I've seen her around a bit. I just want to see what she has to say. I think that's a lot of it. But I think I've also made a lot of mistakes. I think I am someone who's made, and I'm very honest and open about, like, I've made a lot of content mistakes in the last, year. So that's something I'm open to, admitting to, in terms of, types of content. Because, I was someone who hopped on the whole Wuthering Waves thing before the game came out, right? And I decided not to really follow through with it, and I should have. And that's one thing that I regret.
Why did you not follow through with it?
Do you know why? This is gonna make me sound crazy. Because I thought it would be a really good idea. Like you said earlier, it's really good to be maybe a face of a game, or make really good content. Be that one person that makes really good content for that one game. And in my brain, I was like, you know what? Love and Deep Space looks good. Maybe that kind of fits my niche and fits my brand. And I thought, you know what? Maybe I'll try and be the her of Love and Deep Space. And I did do that for I want to say 5 months. And it was okay for a while, but the problem is with that game, it's very popular. But on the EN side, the ceiling for how high you can go just is not there. It's not there.
Chinese.
I think I was making good content for that game. I think I was one of two of the biggest creators for that game. But the audience isn't there. And that was definitely a mistake of mine that I'd stuck with because it was something that I could do. And I think the content was good. It was scripted, it was fine, and it was good content, but it just was the wrong move to make.
I think Love and Deep Space creators can be really popular on Twitter, but it's who gives the fuck about being big on Twitter?
Yeah, or TikTok, and it's okay, but I'm not interested in making just concert shorts for that.
Yeah.
So around 4 months ago, I changed my mind again, and I was I'm gonna come back to Woowa because I genuinely really liked the game. I took a long break from it, came back, and I was I'm actually enjoying this. And I've been enjoying becoming a person who's very casual to actually streaming it every day and becoming better and learning more. And I think people have been enjoying that progression of okay, literal tourist to someone who's trying to get it. And that's what I've kind of want to be focusing for.
You came back for Brant, let's be real.
You said you made a couple mistakes. What were those mistakes that you made?
I think, again, not following through on the content that was already working. Right, was number one. Being the pre-Woowa release content and not following through, that was a huge mistake. Because it was pretty successful from minute one, and it was a huge blunder to not keep doing that. I think a lot of people, they make content and they think they need to do something vastly different. But if it's working, I don't think you should change something if it's giving you growth. And that's exactly what I did. I changed my content way too quickly to something that was an audience I wasn't catering to. And that ruined a lot of growth for 5, 6, 7 months. And now it's a case of, okay, finding the last 3 months, that niche that works for me. And I've been doing a lot more streaming and less making my own videos. And I think that's probably a second blunder, like main one that I've been doing. Not focusing more on like just making that original content.
Yeah, I really feel like if you can't average at least 300 viewers, you should be uploading a YouTube video every day. Absolutely. And not reaction, like original content video every single fucking day. Because you're just not going to grow on Twitch. Especially because a lot of you guys already kind of got enough of a rub from collaborating with as many people as you do. So you're not going to see any true growth on Twitch. The only way that you can now get growth is by converting your audience from other platforms onto this platform. So if you've already been like, okay, I've been on like 3 Tectone streams, and every single time you do a collab with someone, you get diminishing returns. So if you're already at this point, you're never going to find that new person to blow you the fuck up. So if that's what's happening, you got to figure out, okay, so why won't these people check me out? Why are they watching this guy instead of me? And like, you know, for example, if when a streamer goes live and you notice my viewers dipped, or when a streamer goes offline and your viewers don't go up, you got to wonder, why are these people watching them over me? What is going on? Because Twitch is PvP. It really is. Yeah. There's a lot of creators, especially in the Genshin category, who pull the ladder up behind them. That's why, for example, Genshin Impact, the reason why I don't like Ziox is he's a guy who pulls the ladder up. He's not trying to help grow creators at all because he wants to stay at the top forever. And the way that a creator stays at the top forever is being the biggest and then never interacting with anybody else. That way, you don't have the viewers have nowhere else to go because they're all you know.
Yeah, I mean, technically, what you are doing, and I don't think people realize this, you're debuffing yourself by highlighting smaller creators, because you're giving your audience a chance. And I know you're a little bit closer with your audience than like the normal Twitch viewer, than the normal streamer is, but you are potentially giving your viewers a new like main streamer to watch, right? So that what you're doing is a huge debuff. I don't even know if you're aware of that as well, but maybe I'm off base here.
I absolutely am aware of that. Absolutely. And I know there's even I think 3 streamers who I've grown into people who are actually, you know, they are hurting my analytics when they're online, but I just don't really care. Because I know I'm going to be doing this for forever, and they're going to die before me. Because I'm going to kill them, so it doesn't matter to me at all.
Great Evans. I actually want to add to that, though. I think like maybe a lot of people don't realize, because again, like I was like a big Hoyo show, and I was doing that content for like 2 years exclusively. I've collaborated with one bigger streamer than me before, ever, in Hoyo.
Who?
And then it wasn't anything too crazy. I did like a call with like Jay Stern where we were kind of helping me with the Abyss, but it wasn't anything crazy. Like no offense to him, but like that's not like a Doro level, a Ziox level or anything. Like we're all sitting in a fucking call with each other. We all collab with each other. Like you're fucking sitting here helping people. We got like 8,000 people every day or whatever. It's like I do think people don't realize that in that Hoyo sphere, it definitely feels way more like knit tight, like nobody's fucking helping anyone. And then on the other side, I do truly believe it's like, oh wow, like everyone's cool.
Yeah, well, that's because, I mean, we all know this, and here comes my monthly Atsu rant. Atsu ruined the entire Genshin space.
No, I agree.
He formed a clique with so many of the other large creators. He said, don't do shit with them. They're problematic. Don't do shit with them. They're an asshole. Don't do this with them. They're after your views. And then he's the biggest rat of them all. So now all these dumb fuck young kids, and that's what they are. I mean, let's be real. The majority of those people started, they're Genshin babies. They're Nepo babies. They lucked out into a fucking good game. They blew up. Now they don't know what to do. They're too afraid to interact with anybody because who's the bad guy this time? And let's be real. There's some still very bad people in that community. And what's crazy is there's so many people saying, he's always saying this. When the fuck have I ever been wrong about Genshin chat? When have I ever been fucking wrong? Never. I'm just waiting for people to realize it. Okay.
So when you said the lakes are good?
Hey, what'd you say, Jonathan?
When you said the lakes were good, bro. Biggest fucking lie of your whole career.
Yeah, that was a good video though, bro. That shit was 100,000, like 180,000 views. We're talking about lakes.
Clearly, you're saying something right there.
Yeah, to be fair, I was a huge water connoisseur. I do love water graphics and games.
Hydro homies.
I am.
You're on the old version of that subreddit.
There's just something about good water graphics in games that just fucking gets me going, man. It's nice. Like Viva Pinata, Trouble in Paradise is some of the best water in any game I've ever seen. That game is fucking 13 years old. But
I remember You
Well,
crashed
in
out. You
Wuthering
were crashing
Waves.
out, but like
Yeah.
in Woo's like original trailer, like this was from like a year ago. You're like, why won't they fucking step in the water? I just want to see the splash. And I'm like, what the fuck is this guy on about? Like, I just want to see like what do the water physics look like? What the fuck? Like this dude's retarded. Like, what
Dude,
the fuck?
there's some spots in Genshin, to give it its flowers, where there's these two waterfalls side by side, and there's a rock between both of them, and you can stand on the rock, and if you wear a headset, you can hear both the fucking running rivers crashing down on the water, and oh my god, it's like sex to me, bro. I'm not gonna lie, man.
Angel tone.
Like,
Sorry to,
so this
sorry
is
to derail the whole thing, though.
yeah. I will say though, for anybody who doesn't know, I dropped $90,000 on just my master bathroom, so I can sit near running water and relax. I love my bathroom, bro. I love it. It is. Jonathan, have you seen? Did you come over? No, you didn't. Fuck, Shinya, you've seen my master bathroom.
Yeah, it is. It is very nice.
It's crazy. It's
I like how
crazy.
your shower is like the size of a room. Like he has like a walk-in shower that's just like a room, and like
It's like a wet room. Like,
Crazy.
A night room.
How long do you spend in your bathroom a day? Would you say, Teggy?
Okay, so every day I wake up, I spend about 50 minutes meditating, masturbating, and showering in my master bathroom. So 50 minutes. And then throughout the days, I'll piss and shit. So we're like another 45 minutes from there. And then every night, I take a bath for about an hour. So at least 2 to 3 hours in my bathroom every day.
Oh, talk
That's
about
that's
have
like
you talked
what?
about your God? Sorry.
Like that 1/8 of your fucking day is
Yep.
spent. Oh my god.
I mean, if
Meditation,
you saw his bathroom, you would understand it. And if you
Yep.
saw his fucking tub, oh my god, bro's got like how kings have those like massive like ornate tubs. Bro's got something like that in his bathroom. It's insane.
Yeah.
Bro likes water.
Now I will
Yeah.
say, I'm not just sitting there doing nothing. I'm like DMing other people,
You're
going
swimming.
through business emails, making fucking business calls, masturbating, lots of that. Taking
All
a
at the
shit.
same time.
Yeah, all at the same time. I will
in
say
the
there's,
bathroom.
That's crazy.
there's nothing worse than jerking off and somebody gives you a business call and you're like, ugh. Yeah, what's up,
Yeah.
boss? I've never done that. I've never done that.
Now everyone
Proof?
you've ever had a business
Yeah,
call
yeah,
with
yeah,
is
yeah.
going to be wondering
Yeah.
if you were jerking off.
Is
during
bro cranking it right
You're
now?
gonna get 50% less business calls now.
Dude, the last
I'll get-
time I ever jerked off on call was I had a Spanish girlfriend, and she was trying to teach me like the Spanish alphabet. And okay, so in English you say A, in Spanish you say ah, and I got
Oh.
hella turned on by that, and I was like, "What's that
Oh my
first letter
God.
again?
Another
What's that-
one.
What's that first letter? How do you say it? I don't get it." Like,
But
bro.
crazy.
Don't
That
say
is-
you're jerking off on to an unconsensual call. Oh god.
It was my girlfriend.
oh,
People
talking
I said it was my girlfriend.
This is hella worse, bro.
Would you-
What the
would you-
fuck? They've
I'm
called me the
understand that.
fucking.
Yeah, I said I had a
bro. What?
Spanish girlfriend, and then she realized that I was. Yeah, Jesus, man, I was fucking 16, bro.
You
Get
said
off
this
my dick.
publicly, but
I don't care. I don't care. It is what it is.
This is
That
on the
shit's hot as
internet now.
fuck.
It's 7,000 people watching.
Who cares? I don't.
All right,
give a
someone start
fuck.
speaking
is going
Spanish.
down
Let's,
in
let's
history,
test the
bro.
theory.
Okay,
Someone
don't
start
do that,
speaking
bro. I can't.
Longdomu, clip it, short
I
it.
cannot handle it.
Okay, I told my out of curiosity, why do you think people watch your content?
Honestly, I have no clue. I have no fucking clue. I
Okay,
know the white people watch me.
okay.
I just try to be
Gangster.
funny and put light on negative and positive things. That's it.
Okay, I will say, out of everybody who has potential to blow up on TikTok and YouTube Shorts, you are the one who has the highest potential, and that is because you are young, and people don't want to see my ass on TikTok. Okay, I'm 31. They don't care. They want to say this guy's a kid just like me, and he likes my favorite video game. Right? You have the Zoomer humor. Fucking mid-picker! Like, your edits are very ADD. Like, you should stick to that
Yeah, the
ADD.
get out sound.
Yeah,
The
the
get
fucking
out
get
sound
out!
all
Yeah,
the time.
every time.
Yeah, no,
Like,
that one's gold,
that
bro.
sound
That shit
effect.
gets
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
That shit makes me want to blow my brains
Dude.
out.
It's so good.
Really? That is, I think it's
I
so
love it.
funny, actually.
I
I think
love
it's so
it.
funny.
No,
Just
but,
all-
no, I tell him like even the way you look fits the part. I'm not even kidding, man. That's
Yes.
not a downside. That's not like I'm not
Yes.
dissing you. I'm not saying you look bad. I'm saying
Oh
like
boy.
Yeah.
it fits the part, and people will relate more.
You should just go for
I
the
have that
full
YouTube
Zoomer
Shorts
look.
build.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you should get the
Yeah.
broccoli.
Cut
You
build.
should just get like the broccoli hair. thing going on, like take off the headphones and just go for like the full zoomer look.
Okay,
I'm just gonna love
I
super
know,
fade.
I'm gonna tell you this, and you have a choice right now to take this as just idle banter and just some guy talking, or I'm going to give you the key to success right now. All you have to do is do it. Okay? You give this a year of straight grinding. You focus on YouTube Shorts and TikTok, and for your content on YouTube, you start doing you laugh, you loses to gacha content and memes. Those will farm. Put out a weekly, highly edited, you laugh, you lose to gacha memes. Those will farm. And all you have to do is just lose your shit laughing. And you're already a giggler. It wouldn't even be, you're giggling right now. Like, you are legit a giggler. Just do you laugh, you loses. It would farm.
Can't help it.
And just make it ADD as fucking possible. You have a good smile. You're what, 19?
Yep.
Yeah, you're a good-looking
Holy
dude.
shit.
Like you
Christ.
You have that. You are like you can be him. Like you can be like Bran and Doro, but not be gay as fuck, which would be insane, right? You know what I'm saying?
That is rare.
Like just do that shit, bro.
He was laughing at the images in chat. I could see him, dude.
Like listen. All you do,
Bro, they look funny, bro.
okay, do this, okay? You laugh, you lose, one a week, and number them. This is YLYL number 1, number 2, where you react to
So
these.
become the Jimmy here of the gacha space.
Yes, and then you do that once
I
a
could
week.
do that.
Okay, and then you take the TikTok shorts and the TikTok and the shorts, and you clip the best moments. You upload those. You do 2 shorts a fucking day, 2 shorts a day. Okay, and then you sprinkle in whatever fun content you can, and maybe a couple mint pickers here and there. But you do that, I'm telling you, by this time next year, I shit you not, you will have minimum 1,200 viewers on Twitch and average 300 to 400K views on YouTube. Straight up, on my life.
And then you collab with us, and we get like 30% of those viewers, you know, coming over here.
Yes.
Oh
I have a-
yeah,
wait a minute,
yeah,
I have a
yeah,
question.
yeah.
Is streaming a pyramid scheme? Oh my god.
Realistically, yes, 100%. You can do that. Is a viable option, absolutely.
So I
Yeah,
do
just
have
think about.
Oh, you know you guys say now. I'll ask my
Yeah,
question. after.
I
I'm
was gonna say,
derail
just
it.
think about how Techie started reacting to Glaze vids, grew his channel, and then now he just keeps reacting to Glaze vids. It's kind of like that, an infinite farming scheme.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now
For
Glaive
iPhone
owes him. So then, like 10 years down the line, what Tectone's like, hey Glaive, remember?
I would be real.
back in the day, buddy.
I've been told that Lakari actually grew Miz, and after Miz blew up, Miz never raided them again, man. So some people will help out,
Bro,
some people
Tectone
won't.
said he's made like, I mean, no, not Tectone, sorry. Lakari
Lakari?
said he's made like 15 different streamers,
And you know
okay?
what's crazy?
Like,
he's right.
Soldier
He's
boy.
right. He's right. And fuck anybody who disagrees. Lakari is the man. Bro blew up. He would help all of his little homies out. Where are they now? Now he's a black, sad, divorced man with the fucking shingles, bro.
well, I think he was black before, I'm gonna be real.
Oh.
He always
And even worse, he
That's
became
crazy.
black.
I didn't know that.
Vitiligo.
It's crazy.
Vitiligo.
I have a
Reverse
question. Actually,
vitiligo.
like, let's say like using a video like Glaive as example. Like, if Glaive drops a video, right? What do you think is a good balance of like slop and original content? Like, do you think there should be a balance, or do you think like genuine, like a key to success is like no slop or minimal slop? Fucking go and make more original shit.
So,
That's either fun or negative.
so it really depends on what you want out of your content creation career. I'm going to be completely real. There's really not really that much room for reactors to truly experience growth. You can sustain and maybe get like very incremental, but like, you know how YouTube is, man. Like once somebody's seen one person react to it and the original video, they ain't gonna watch another one unless there's a fucking reason. And that's what's important is like, okay, so let's say somebody just watched my reaction to a video. Because that is what's gonna happen. I'm at the top of the algorithm for reactor in the gacha space. What is gonna make somebody say, you know, I just watched Tectone react, I need to go watch Ethan react too. Right? Because like for example, like I would watch a Asmongold reaction, and then I could see someone watching a Hassan reaction because they want both sides of the political spectrum, right? And then maybe even someone more centralist of a name I honestly can't fucking think of. Or another example is I would watch a Moist Critical reaction because it's drier and it's, you know, more outrageous. And then I would also go watch a Ludwig reaction because he has a lot of insight in the way that he carries himself. I find interesting. So figuring out why someone would watch a reaction compared to the people that you're competing with on YouTube is like super important for what makes you different enough to warrant another view.
Gotcha.
You know what that made me just realize too, actually, Tectone. If you upload those Freerun reacts to YouTube, you should just title them Freerun Hater Reacts, bro. That should work. Because then people will be like, wait, what? He hated it? And then like, bro, that shit's gonna farm. I'm not even kidding. I've seen that shit.
Hater
That shit
eats his own words.
Yeah, exactly. That shit farms hard, man.
Well, then I do got one more. I listen. I'm just asking because everyone's here, and I want honest feedback. Then, do you think that there would have to be a new game to have a massive surge like that?
Yes.
Or do you think a creator? Yeah. So you like a creator can't just like pop off.
Okay,
Like you think it's rare.
So there is a chance, but you either need something huge to happen or a new game.
Okay.
Because you have to present the perspective of the right perspective that other people aren't getting. And then people will feel, oh, this is the guy that gets it. I now value his opinion over this person. Right? Like, like for example, here's a great example. I would understand why somebody would watch a Mr. Pokey reaction and then go watch a Saint Tontas reaction. Because they're polar fucking opposite. Right?
Yeah.
Like HSR live stream react by Mr. Pokey, HSR live stream reaction by Saint Tontas. That's like the devil and God himself, right? They're two sides of the same coin, but one's evil, one's good, and it'll depend on which one you think is good by what game you play. So, woo-wah players mean Saint Tontas good. Well, woo-wah kind of going at your throat these days, Saint Tontas. Am I crazy?
I mean, the way that I view it was, I saw a lot. So obviously, right, there's been a lot of big posts in Gacha Police, kind of like shitting on basically the Brant vid and then some of the thumbnails.
Yeah.
I like look into why these people don't like me, and literally the reason they posted was he doesn't like Chang Li. And at that point, I'm sort of just like, wow, this is severe mental illness that I'm witnessing right here.
So what? And one genuine question. If you know that's why people are upset with you, why not just admit that you were wrong?
Because I'm not wrong about my Chang Li take.
Because I'm right. That's
I'm
crazy.
literally not wrong. What I said about the character was,
What about Brand?
she's not good for beginners, and the skill floor required to play her is exceptionally high for her to match the damage potential of other characters. And so I can never recommend her to somebody new to the game, because I go on so many accounts for like account reviews of people that come back from 2.0. You know what most of those accounts have in common from people that quit the game?
They play Chang Li.
They have an S0 R1 or S2 R1 Chang Li with her Sig. At least 3/4 of the accounts have that.
But
And
didn't
every
you
time they tell,
aren't you the same guy who said that Brant breaks your account?
I said optimizing Brand breaks your account. I even say in
That's
the
not
video,
what your
you don't
thumbnail
have-
said.
Still doesn't even break
That's
it.
not
though.
what your
Here,
thumbnail
you
says.
guys
dude.
discuss this. I'll be right back.
Yeah. This is the thing. I put half of the
So you
statement in
lie
the thumbnail. I put half
on
of the
your
statement in the
thumbnail.
thumbnail, and then the video explains it. Gotta get that
Uh-huh.
attention, and then of course, right? I explain everything in the video. So,
That's such
God
a good
tier
conversation
clickbait.
topic, though.
Yeah.
Like, do you think that most of the hate people have towards that kind of negative content really just stems from thumbnails and titling, and not
Probably.
really the content
I mean,
itself?
at
Like, it's
that
all
point,
it's all just thumbnails.
yeah, I mean, it seems like it's a lot like thumbnail based, right? And I'm just like, well,
Mhm.
I know what I'm saying in the video is like not even close to a big deal. I know that I'm not being absolutely absurd at all. And I guess if the main sort of critique is, man, this guy's thumbnails and titles, and then there's nothing about the actual content in the video, I'm just like, okay, like
You have to realize how fucking stupid the average person is and really think about it. It's the same thing with news headlines, right? People just read the headlines of news and don't actually read the fucking article about what was written. They see the headline and then they freak out and immediately give their opinion, and that's it. It's the same thing with YouTube thumbnails and YouTube titles. They see that, they'll maybe look 30 seconds to a minute into the video, then click off, and then all of a sudden, the only thing that they took away from that video was your thumbnail and your title, and that's it.
Well, like the first
I
10
think
seconds.
exactly.
that's why, like,
Like I said, yeah.
looking at your average view duration's pretty important, right? How long are people sticking around to watch your full video? That's something that, everyone should be like taking note of, right? But where do you think the line is between like clickbait versus a clickable thumbnail? Like, where do you think the line is of where it's like, no, this is now bordering along not okay, or things that shouldn't be encouraged?
I think
Like,
it
where do you think the line
varies.
is?
I think it varies per topic. I don't think there's like a direct line.
Mhm.
Like I think it varies per thing. Like for example, there was a
Clickbait
yeah.
is just like, yeah, go ahead.
No, like I'm like bringing up the brand thing. Like there was a Gotcha Police thread about me and saying that I had like 130,000 views. Actually, no, they used my thumbnail. My thumbnail was absolutely inflammatory, the worse than Hoyoverse,
Yeah.
right? Jen's ought to watch that video. It was a really poorly structured video, and I was super aggro because I was getting one guide. But also in the video, I never said he needed 280 ER, but the conversation was, oh, this guy's saying he needs 280 ER, and so it's kind of just like, like fucking. What am I gonna do? Fight all these people? Like, just kind of whatever. Learn from the mistake and keep pushing.
So inflammatory thumbnails, things that are
clickbait, like-
baiting, yeah.
Yeah, I think when you're
clickbait is when like
Oh,
you
sorry,
just
go.
make a title and thumbnail that are just not true to the video.
it misrepresents
at
it misrepresents
Right.
your video. Once it starts misrepresenting, I think like the soul
So
or
just
like the really
a
like
lie. Any kind of
pretty much.
misrepresentation of a lie.
Yeah, I was gonna say if
Yep,
you
just
consider
straight up a lie.
misrepresentation a lie, I don't know if I consider like straight misrepresentation a lie, because it's like it's the same thing. Like, do you feel like omitting information when like you're speaking to someone? Do you consider that a lie? Like a lot of people don't, but a lot of people do. It really just depends on like your
I
definition of like
absolutely
what a lie
do,
is.
but I pretend that I don't because I do it all the time.
Well, this is the thing, Shinya. And there's a difference between like omitting information for like the entire conversation versus like telling somebody like half of something so that they're interested in the conversation and then revealing the rest of it right throughout. And I think like that's just kind of like that's just part about being a good content creator is having a title, having a thumbnail that's willing to actually drive a level of interest in the audience, poses a question in their mind that they think watching your video is going to answer. And I think like if you're not doing that and you're kind of spilling all of the beans for like everything that your video is about in the title, I mean, there's a good
Why are they gonna watch it?
Yeah, like you already you said everything right there.
You have to make sure, like, if you're making a very like inflammatory thumbnail or you're making a big statement, you have to kind of answer that statement very quickly of what you're presenting. Otherwise, people are just going to assume you're like straight up baiting or lying or omitting information, right?
Well,
like if it's something very extreme, you have to kind of like present that pretty quickly, no?
Well, I will say, and I hope everybody gets this, that there are a lot of content creators who make horribly clickbait titles, completely rage bait thumbnails, and then people say, this guy's a rage baiter, this guy's a clickbaiter, this guy said this. And they say, I didn't say that. If you just click the video, they're not. They're just not, though. Right? So like, if you are going down that route, you have to understand that people are just going to think, oh, this guy's just a clickbaiter. Great example. There's a content creator called Sticks. This guy, it's all clickbait. It's legit like 90% of the time, it is complete bullshit. This game's end of servicing. The game didn't do that well this month. Oh, this game's coming out today. Oh, it's coming out in 3 months. Like,
well, yeah. When you were gone, I was comparing it to news headlines. How people read news headlines, but they don't actually like read the news article.
Yes. Yeah. Or even the worst thing. Huge news for Wuthering Waves. Makes a video. No Wuthering Waves in the entire video. Yeah, it's a great point, Fob. It is so bad. But just understand, and I think this is important to know, if you are a content creator, you will be negatively hurting your PR if you rely on too much clickbait thumbnails, as well as, and I mean that generally, like, if you're, like, for example, it does 100%, if you're saying this bricks your account, people, that is going to negatively hurt your career long term. Short term, it's going to get you views. But long term, people are going to say, I don't really trust this guy because he said that thing I don't agree with. And even though your video might say, well, that's not what I meant, that's still the title and the thumbnail. And I think finding a way to interest your audience without such inflammatory language or incendiary in nature language is super important for the longevity of your channel, as well as your PR. But short term, it does work, but long term, it's just not sustainable.
All it takes is one bad take to really fuck up the public perception of you.
Look at what happened to Mr. Pokey. Bro was the good boy.
To be fair,
He
made a lot.
True. He did have a lot in succession, but Mr. Pokey was like beloved by everybody. My chat's like, oh, Mr. Pokey, love him, love him,
Yeah.
love him. You
Yeah.
are greedy and stupid. Fucking fuck this
That wasn't
guy.
even video
Hey, so what's up, guys,
thumbnails. That
Mr.
was just Twitter.
Pokey?
That was
Yeah.
just Twitter. Like it wasn't even videos.
100%.
I
It's
mean,
just-
he made
yeah.
follow-up videos on the tweet
Yes.
talking about it.
Yeah.
He
Hey, that's
turned
fine.
heel, bro. He did the John Cena.
He did
bro.
the. He sold his soul.
Mhm.
Yeah,
He sold his soul.
And then-
Like,
Yep.
No.
Yeah.
And it does suck, but yeah, you like Mr. Pokey? Aware. Yeah, 100%. He actually dies in episode 27.
Oh my god.
I hated that episode, dude.
Yeah,
Do
I
you-
loved it.
Oh,
I,
Tectone likes Mr. Pokey. Oh, where?
Aware.
Oh, where?
did we address it enough, like the whole negativity part? Because I think I did bring it up earlier, but Genocide was having a point that I don't think fully got addressed. Like, do you guys think that the space being negative, like to me, like my whole takeaway with like that meta conversation the other day is like, to me, I don't even care if it's the meta. Like, just let's just say if it is, my whole problem with the space is just villainizing people who speak out about things. That's the thing that frustrates me. So even if you want to consider it meta, I don't even think that should be the focal point of the conversation.
I do
That's
think
my-
it is really bad to villainize those who are willing to criticize the company on very fair points. However, I do think it's fine to villainize on people who are just
Doom posting.
perpetually miserable. Yes. 100%.
Yeah, of course, absolutely. I definitely agree with you on that. I just think that a lot of the times it gets misconstrued, and then it's like, then we have these narratives of other people who are super positive, and they're just like, oh, all Woowa content creators are fucking doing drama farming. It's
Yeah.
like, well, a year ago when Honkai Star Rail wasn't dog shit, this wasn't the case. There was positivity,
Yeah.
right? Like, why is the space negative? Well, it's because the sandbox is created by the companies, not just Hoyo. Like, Koro could fuck up down the line, and it is what it is. But yeah, I don't know. I do think the negativity, to me at least, is mainly on the company.
Yeah, I mean, it's like the same thing, and I think it's the vice versa exists as well. And I want to get back on that, but like,
Yeah.
same people who villainize positive content, right? They say, "Oh, if you make positive content, you're a shill." Where in reality, like, I would agree that Enviosity and Ziox are shills, and Zadjef and Tawano, sure, absolutely. But I wouldn't agree that Braxophone or Sevi Webby, fucking Ashikai, I think all of them make positive content, and they're great. So yeah, it is. People go to extremes
It's-
very quickly.
And to add on to what you said, Techie, I think it's the difference between making all this positive content when the game is in a bad or getting worse state, and then never having like the counterbalance of ever like addressing when the game is going in that bad state.
Yes.
Right? It's like I think about like the 5.3 filler patch, and I think about how like the one time where Brand says like the patch is mid, he has to make like an apology video about it to his community.
Yep.
And it's just like when you have that sort of situation going on, it's almost like I can see why that balance isn't there, but it's also like just a shame that's like the biggest CCs in the space can't actually speak their mind without, pissing off their community in the process.
Yeah, there's a great
I
Dark
think
Souls clip by Morse Critical that emphasizes that. What were you saying, Jonathan?
Oh, I was going to say, this is unfortunate, but this is pretty much how it works. If you're an outsider, you know nothing about Wuthering Waves or Genshin Impact, let's pretend. If you look at Wuthering Waves, you're going to see an insane amount of negative content. It's going to look like a hateful, horrible community. If you look at Genshin Impact, you're going to see, Brand, Doro, all these guys, and they're having a great time, and they're talking about the game, and they're having fun. But if you look at Wuthering Waves, you're going to see people just shitting on other games. Realistically, this is how it looks to most people. For a lot of outsiders, that's what they're going to see. That's their first experience that they're going to see with these games. That's why Wuthering Waves has such a negative connotation, I believe. That's why so many people think that the community is so much more toxic than maybe it is.
I think that's
well,
fair.
yeah.
I don't necessarily think that's like an incorrect take. I just I don't know. I guess to me the part that's annoying is like people just don't like. I think it's just the villainizing part that frustrates me. I'm not gonna lie.
I feel
definitely
like
understand that.
a lot of Woowa creators or Woowa content has this still like notion attached to it that kind of has to fight for its life in a way against Genshin. Like it always has to prove itself. And now it's in a position, especially with 2.0, it doesn't have to prove itself against Genshin anymore. It stands on its own 2 feet as like a game. And we should kind of just let that be the forefront of what it is. Because to a lot of people, it is like the better game for a lot of people right now in its current state. And we don't need to prove anything anymore. Like that's
Yeah,
not the
but
case. It's not about revenue. It's not about whatever. Like it's about letting the game like stand on its own at this point.
I agree, but you will never get away from the comparison. Literally never.
Sure.
It's the same thing with a perfect example that I'm very familiar with: World of Warcraft versus Final Fantasy 14. People compare Final Fantasy 14 to WoW every single fucking day, every single patch. When a game really kind of sets like the gold standard for like the genre, it is 100% going to be compared to that game over and over and over again. And there's legitimately no getting away from it. 5-10 years down the line, assuming both games are still online, we're still going to be having the same exact discussion. People are still going to be fighting for the games, and people are still going to be trying to push that narrative. And I don't know how the fuck I think it's just the state of the internet. I don't think you can necessarily get away from that
Hoyo
anymore.
is just a bigger company. It has the bigger fan base. It has the more people talking about it. So there's always going to be that overwhelming voice, right, compared to the smaller game or the smaller company. That's always going to exist because of that complete different imbalance of like fan base or audience to begin with.
Yeah, generally speaking, I think it's just really like what pioneered the genre. Basically, I think is like really what it really comes down to. I don't think it's necessarily like, yeah, obviously being a bigger company helps, but I think like getting in there first and really like being like a trailblazer for like the genre. And I understand when I say genre, I'd obviously know Breath of the Wild and stuff was before Gacha or Genshin, but there was no like open world like big fantasy gacha before Genshin, and I think that's why it's going to always be compared. Every single like open world exploration game, gacha game that comes out, it's always going to be compared to Genshin. In a couple of years down the line, when when inevitably another clone comes out, it's just like Genshin. Then the cycle's going to repeat.
Do you feel like a game like, say, Ananta or Neverness to Everness, another like open world gacha, is going to face the same scrutiny as like Wuwa did? Or is it going to face scrutiny from both communities at the same time?
NTE is getting
is it going to be a three-sided war?
Nobody gives a fuck about NTE. It's already
Played
dead.
NTE.
Sure,
It was rough.
Sure,
It was rough.
NTE's already
Dead
dead.
as
It's
fuck.
already dead.
But Ananta, I think.
Okay, so how about Ananta then? Like, do you think it's going to face backlash from like all communities, or is it going to be able to stand on its own, or like, what do you think?
Ananta's gonna fucking kill it, 100%.
I think it's still going to face.
It's more unique.
Yeah.
It's still going to face
GTA
backlash.
6.
But I think Wuthering Waves and Wuthering Waves and Genshin are going to be like the two like main contenders for quite a while until something like new, like hugely significant comes out. Otherwise,
Enfield is going to be huge. Enfield will be huge, 100%. And
You think so? Okay.
Yes.
It's going to filter so many people too. It's going to filter
Yeah.
the lowest common denominator.
Yes.
It
And
has
so
to.
the reason why Wuthering Waves did so well for so many people's careers is that there's a pre-existing audience coming in from that company. It's not like their newest game. It's like they already have a fan base. Kurgan's had a huge fan base, and that new game expanded that fan base and brought in those dedicated fans. So many Wuthering Waves players are old PGR fans, just like when Arknights Enfield comes out. All the old Arknights people are going to come to Arknights Enfield. And as a guy, I shit you not, who is averaging 1,200 viewers playing Arknights for 6 hours a day, just doing my dailies, Arknights Enfield is going to have a huge community coming in.
So-
I guarantee
so
they all
what-
know me already.
One thing I'm very curious about is because I think Wuthering Waves had a specific buff where a lot of angry old Hoyo or Genshin fans came over to Wuthering Waves from Genshin. So with that in mind, now we really don't have that sort of, black sheep of the family. I mean, Genshin still is a black sheep, but they've already left the game. So when Enfield comes out, they're not going to get any of like the disgruntled people that are playing a specific game. So I think that's like really the one thing that sort of worries me a little bit about Enfield is that like there's obviously some people that are not necessarily happy with Wuthering Waves, but I think it's a fraction of the people that left Genshin to go to Wuthering Waves. So I'm very curious, like Taki, what you think about that?
Well, I mean, you got to see what happened to Genizad and I with Limbus Company, right? That didn't have to go against Genshin at all. That game was dead as fuck. Like, let's just be real. But those people were just waiting for someone to play their game, and the fact that Genizad and I both got like an extra like 300-400 CCV just by playing that game, like the same thing's gonna happen with Arknights Enfield.
Bro, I have a bunch of viewers that are from Limbus Company that are watching me play other stuff too.
Yep.
Like,
they just wanted to find someone who likes their game, and Arknights Enfield's going to be no different. And that's why I'm actually very glad that I myself actually like Enfield, because I'm the boogeyman to these people. And when they come and they say, "Oh well, you know what? He's actually being pretty nice to the game," they're gonna be fine. And I'm looking forward to it. I've been getting a lot of
Literally the same
comments.
that happened with Limbus.
Do you think the release of Enfield is going to be as big as Wuwa was? Because Wuwa's release was fucking massive.
No, fuck no, absolutely not.
Okay.
For a lot of no, I
The
think
launch was insane.
I think for
It
like
was
a
nuts.
week, I think for a week it'll be good. I know for my channel and select other channels, it'll do really well. But I think what Arknight's Enfield is going to do to a lot of creators, it is going to show them how much they've diversified their content or not. For example, and I'm just stating this because I think it's the truth. I could be wrong, but I don't think I am. I think Mr. Pokey's going to realize that when Arknight's Enfield comes out, he is not diversified enough. I think if he were to play that game, his viewers would go down. I think if Genizad were to go and play that game, I think his viewers would go up. And I think it's really going to exemplify how pigeonholed you are into the game that you're playing. And I think anybody who's pigeonholing themselves into one game is a massive mistake. I'm not saying that playing one game is an issue. What I'm saying is only playing one game and refusing to do anything other than, yeah, every 2 weeks I'll play one game of League. I'll play one game of Dark Souls. Same thing with...
It's really hard to
Yes.
transition out. Tectone also had to go through with this with Genshin. I had to go through with this with Epic 7. It feels like complete shit when you're a creator stuck in one game. It is horrible. You're scared about the future. You're scared, can I even transition out of it? Bro, it takes a lot of time and effort. Like, I would just play Variety at the end of every single stream. That's pretty much how I started with it. But eventually I made the pivot when Wuthering Waves was coming out. I was like, you know, maybe we'll stream that game. And I'm going to be real, I swapped over. It wasn't really that great. But more recently, it's been popping off a lot more, especially with 2.0. And you sometimes just have to take the leap. And if you have confidence in yourself, like, well, I've done it before. Maybe I can do it again.
I wanna jump into a couple
going
more creators who really realize how pigeonholed they really truly made their channels. Enviosity is currently realizing he fucked himself. He was the Genshin guy, going live, collecting mint 5,000 to 6,000 viewers. He does anything else. On a good day, maybe he'll have 300 viewers. 400. He's fucked.
Yep.
He makes a new channel. It can't do well because he doesn't understand. He did not diversify at all. I don't know about you guys. I want to do this shit my whole fucking life. Same thing with Ziox.
Yep.
Ziox is killing in Genshin. If he swaps into Variety, that viewer count never levels off. It is going down the whole time unless he goes back to Genshin Impact. He can't play ZZZ. He can't play HSR at all. He is only the Genshin guy. He is fucked.
So for you and Genizad, I guess my question would be like, I did play Limbus. I played it once, but it actually did really well on stream. I got more viewers. I was very surprised. So I'm going to go back. And I am going to try that wizardry shit because I saw your video.
Oh, yeah.
What do you think is like how do you go about that, I guess is my question.
Well,
like in this sense, yeah.
Really quick, I just want to say, when it comes to Limbus, if you go in there with a good attitude and you are genuinely interested in the game, they will like you and they will want to watch you and they might come to like your personality and want to watch you further. That's kind of the experience I have with them. They are really excited.
Yeah. My viewer count went up. That day I went up by 40
Yeah.
viewers and I held them and I was like, oh fuck, like this is actually kind of cool. Granted, I'm autistic, so I can't read every day. So, it takes a little bit out of my mental.
Yeah.
But but I definitely want to go play that a bit more. But yeah, like what do you two think is like the way to kind of transition out of just being that
So simple. Okay. Also, Fob is another great example of someone who has diversified his audience very well. Fob is going to be here for a very long time. Like, Fob is going to be one of the creators who's going to be here for years until his girlfriend gets tired of having an absent boyfriend. And then, we'll see what happens from there. But
He's about to pigeonhole himself in Dino Isle or whatever that game is.
Yep.
That's the only
That's
game he
insane.
plays anymore.
That's insane. That game's popping off. The Isle is
wait,
that game's been out for like 10 years.
that game's awesome.
He's a main of that game.
It's so good.
It's fun, but people are playing it for like 14, 15 hours a stream. Like,
Yeah, because it's good, bro.
it's not that good. It's
Wait,
fun.
what game-
You would
game
like
we
it if
talking
we played it together.
Yeah, what is it?
It's called the Isle. It's
The Isle.
legitimately
An Isle.
You RP as a
The Isle.
dinosaur.
What's it about? What
You
even is
RP
it?
as a dinosaur. That's it. You're a dinosaur in a land.
You eat different diets of food and like improve your stats and stuff like
That
that.
sounds
And
kinda lit.
every time you
That
jump,
makes my
there's no
inner
gravity and then you
happy.
die.
That's
Nah.
my inner child happy with that.
It's a legitimate. It's a huge autism game. If you like dinosaurs, you'll love the game.
I love dinosaurs and I love twins.
Can I be a Triceratops?
You can.
So
you
why can't
literally
we just
can.
Play Matlin.
So
Yay.
Like if you like spawn as a herbivore, are you just like fucked? Like, you just,
I guess.
Like,
I will
just-
I
say,
think you could choose. I
let's-
think you
It's a
could
big
choose
word.
what-
Let's-
what
big
dino
word.
you wanna
let's
make.
rein this in because I think we're heading down some really good ways, and I see a couple people in my chat who said I'm going to give content creation a shot, and that makes me very happy, and I look forward to seeing those people. If you ever self-promote in my chat, you are permabanned. All right, so the importance
Just gonna drop my link.
is to make the content additive, not substitute it. For example, Enviosity's biggest blunder was him. First of all, the mint picker moment, that was insane. The mask off, only motherfucker, that was crazy. That was a career ender. Everybody knows the quote. He's become a massive fucking joke. That
Well, I would
fucked
go
him hard.
even further than what you said, though. Along with what you said is, don't be something that you're not on stream.
Yes.
If you are as honest of yourself as possible, I think it makes it way more genuine. Like people like that way more.
Yeah, but like legit, you go live, you do 3 hours of your normal shtick. Make sure everybody knows this is what we're doing. That shit that you like, we're doing that shit today. Don't turn your back on your audience. Don't immediately flip flop to something else. Okay, you do the 3 hours of what you're known for, and then you say, by the way, stream's over, but we're doing a little bit extra at the end. And that little bit extra is what you think is the next direction, right? So like 3 hours of your main game, plus 2 hours, plus 3 hours, plus 4 hours of something else that you think is sustainable. Another video game, Limbus Company, Wizardry, fucking Monster Hunter World, something else that you like that gives your chat an opportunity to even taste test, okay, what else does he have to offer? I'm gonna be real, when you start doing that, your viewer count's gonna drop by like 80%. It will. But you gotta understand, 20% stayed. And every single time you keep doing that, as long as you're good at it, it'll grow. It will grow. That's why I say, hey guys, when y'all stay at the end of the stream, we're watching Free Run at the end of the stream today, boys. We're going to do some anime reactions. And finally, I got some content that people like enough to where my viewer count is staying the fucking same. Same thing with Limbus. I do Limbus, bro. My viewer count stayed the fucking same. That shit was wild. And for some cases, your viewer count will even go up, which is nuts. But yeah, that's my opinion. What do you think, Jenna?
I kind of agree with that too. It's the hardest part is the first step though. That's what's so difficult because you think, bro, I play something else, I'm fucked. Like nobody's gonna watch me. And you might try it out. You might sample it, like, oh, I'll play some Dark Souls 3 or something, and then you realize that 80% of your audience left, like over time. But you just have to eat that shit. It feels bad. But if you did it once before, well, then maybe you can do it again. If you actually have the confidence and you have the willpower, you might be able to do that. But it's fucking hard. And also going to what you said before too, just in terms of content creation in general, there's a lot of people that are probably funny as hell. There's probably a lot of people that could have been huge successes in content creation, but they just never even tried. So many people are in that position, I'm sure. And, you know, it's better to try it and fail than not, and then think in 20 years, I wonder if I could. You're watching someone stream and like, I wonder if that could have been me. I could have done that, right? Like, isn't it just better to just try it so that you have no doubts that that wasn't your path? That's how I see it. Look, I'm sounding like an fucking old as shit here. I'm probably the second oldest person. Actually, no, wait, Shinya, I don't know how old you are.
Shinya's
but...
34. I'm 31. I think you're
Oh,
what?
thank God, I'm the third oldest.
Yeah,
I'm
you're
29.
What, 29. Yeah.
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
chat.
Except when I
know
shave,
there's
then I'm 20.
I know there's a lot of people that think I'm 30 plus. I have not even hit 30 yet.
You're
okay?
26.
Relax. Around there.
You know what?
Around
That's
there.
because he's 40.
Okay. You're Asian,
Around
so
there.
you could be 18
He's
or
40.
72. Honestly, I can't
Yep.
fucking tell.
Yep.
I got no idea, bro.
Yeah, no,
Rocking
I've just
that
seen a
Fu
lot of
Manchu is insane. I ain't gonna lie.
I've seen a lot of people saying I'm like 35, and I'm just like, where the fuck does that even come from?
You talk like a
The mirror.
professor, bro. You talk like a teacher.
Yeah.
I
That's
can
why.
see it.
That's why.
He's got unk sound. He sounds like an unk, I guess. So people
Yeah.
are like, all right.
Here's the
Yep.
thing, and then goes into use like the biggest vocabulary language ever.
He says
What the
ladies
fuck?
and gentlemen, and no one under the age of 40 says that.
Ladies and gentlemen.
And they're like, wait a
All
second,
right,
this guy's not
weapon.
like me. He didn't say bustin'. He didn't what are you talking about?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
But yeah, I think another really important thing is like finding out why your chat likes what you do, finding out why they like what you're doing, and then pivot to something that's very similar but still exciting. Like for example, Mr. Pokey's a great example. I don't know why the fuck bro has not started diversifying yet. He keeps on killing his channel with League. But I like using Mr. Pokey's channel a lot because I was heavily involved in the growth of his channel and with him as a person. And I loved studying everything that he was doing because he just did so much right. But now he's got to take that next step. He hasn't done it yet, which is why I really wanted him on here, but I should have invited him. He needs to go to Metaphor. Metaphor Refantasia. Because it's just similar enough to what he's doing with his audience to where that will give him a good experience on can he pivot or not. Because Metaphor is a turn-based RPG. He is a turn-based RPG main, and that's what I did. When I did Arknights, and I was a turn-based, RPG strategy player, I pivoted to Persona. And people love my playthrough so much, I only lost 15% of my viewers while I could stream an extra 8 hours a day. And figuring out what you're good at, why they're there, and finding a game that can fit that is fantastic. For example...
I actually...
Yep.
Okay, we continue, but...
Yeah. Like, Saint Tontas absolutely should be getting in on Sekiro. And I don't know why the fuck he hasn't done Sekiro as a variety game yet, because that's what people want to see. Saint Tontas should be playing Devil May Cry, Sekiro, Dark Souls, Elden Ring, and prove that he is just as good as he says he is. And it's a similar genre of games. Wuthering Waves always gets compared to the Elden Ring of gachas. So play more high-paced, velocity fucking games that really test your skill. It would be great. Or Fear and Hunger.
Hey,
Okay,
man, that's
thank you for
why
Yeah.
that's why I'm maining Charge Blade in Wilds.
Good. That being said,
Okay, but
yeah, go ahead.
really quick, I just want to say, I don't think Metaphor is actually for Pokey because I think it's really hard when it's a coherent story, like a long game. People want to like listen to the story, so they have to be there every single time,
Sure.
which makes it hard for the viewer. I think Fear and Hunger is the perfect game for Mr. Pokey because
Yeah.
one, he has like an explosive, loud personality when things happen. That is a game where you get absolutely fucked nonstop. It's also a turn-based RPG
try
kind
this
of game. I think it's a great game where he's just going to lose his shit and everyone's going to be oming and having a great time. It's something where you can miss a whole day and then you come back the next day and you're like, he's still here? What
Yep.
the hell is bro doing?
Ooh, actually,
Like,
no,
it's a
you're
perfect
right.
game.
Refantasia would challenge him, but I think the best viewer count would be Fear and Hunger or doing some old school Pokemon Nuzlocke. I think that would also really, because people love that name, and he has a
That
very
could be fun,
interactive chat.
too.
Yeah, name his chat, or name the Pokemon after his chat. I think that'd be very, very, very good. Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. But yeah, what else, Ethan? Did that more or less answer your question?
No. I apprient it. I appreciate everything.
Yeah.
I appreciate all the feedback, and I'm internalizing it. And yeah, I'm just thinking.
Okay.
I appreciate it.
Cool. There was some more things that we said, and I want to make sure we addressed every single thing. I think we realized we talked about the positive content for Itoma, so we talked about that. We talked about over dramatized thumbnails, talked about that. Glaive Keo, no one's like me. I loved that. That was fucking dope. That was a fucking dope ass quote. And that's the truth. You do want to become the no one else is like me. There's a reason why people are watching my shit. We talked about the gachas about to explode. St. Thomas feels like we're in a slum. We talked about that. Branching out, we just talked about that. We talked about everything that we need to talk about. Fuck yeah. Okay. Easy. Does anybody else have anything on their mind about content creation or like perception or like projection and where you want to go and like how to get there and just throwing ideas out for everybody?
I got one question.
Yeah.
At what
also got
point
one
/ viewership do sponsorships come in? I got one recently and like I did join an agency, but like my viewership
Which
is
one?
definitely up now. Fuck, what is it called? Cap, what is it called? I don't even know the fucking name.
Hey,
Oh my God.
HC.
A to Z. It's actually funny. They hit me with a pretty sick Genshin offer. I was like, I can't do that. But
You should take it.
Yeah, wait, why not?
You should.
I'll tell you why. It's want me to change 50% of my content to Genshin.
Oh fuck no.
Oh,
It's
wait,
a
that's
career killer.
really-
Like I
It's
would
bad.
if it was kind of it was good money. I'm not gonna lie to you. But if it was
do it
like
on Rumble, bro.
yeah, right.
Wait,
They want me to change my channel.
Wait,
Special kick.
real quick.
Make a new
so
channel.
You're saying you got offered an offer to change your content to 50% Genshin.
Yeah, and I said no.
Mhm.
Well, hold up.
This is a video. Make a whole ass video about
Yeah,
that,
right.
bro.
How have you not made
What
this
the
a
hell are you
video?
doing, man? That's an easy video. That's gonna pop up.
Yeah.
I know it's negative, maybe, but
Call
I'm just gonna
out
be real. That's a
Genshin.
crazy
It
thing.
was
Hoyoverse
from
bad.
so it was from an agency, and so I'm actually still in Hoyo creators. I probably could have gotten like ads from them. Like I know one thing that Pokey said yesterday, not to like nitpick, but it was like smaller creators don't get things. Like, dude, smaller creators get ads all the time
They
from
do.
Hoyo,
They do.
all the time.
Mhm.
But yeah, no,
I didn't get shit.
I felt like I just couldn't do it personally.
Dude,
Me
that
neither,
I can
bro.
see it now. Genshin's getting desperate. They tried to pay me off. Oh my
I should
god.
do it. I should. You know what? I think
Yeah,
I'm
yeah, they
Do
should.
it and then
Yeah.
give me
Do
everything,
it so
man.
we can all
They
react.
tried to pay
All
off.
right.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
More slop for us. Give us
My
some bad
agency's
negative
probably gonna
content.
drop me
Come on.
instantaneously because I'm showing the pay cycle and shit. But
Nah,
yeah,
I mean agencies are a
And
dime
then they
a dozen.
got a video.
I'll be real, man. Like
You're right.
there's very few. There's 3 good agencies that if you get in, you should not fuck up your relationship with. And I'm not going to say
Yeah.
what 3 those are. I will say one of them is Mythic Talent. They're fucking the #1 talent agency in all of America.
Self plug.
Hey, I'm just saying they are, and and I'm proud of them, man. They work very hard. You can look that up. That's analytically, that is correct, by the way. That is fucking
Mythical
correct.
Laser.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. They're the fucking best. The employees there, the workers, even the people who work for. You know what? I'm done. Yeah, Mythic Talent's goated. The part where you start making a sustainable income is 1,000 CCV on Twitch and 50K 50K views on YouTube, but that's for higher end agencies, and Mythic is a higher end one. Realistically, if you get like 200 viewers on Twitch and 10,000 views a video, you can start getting pretty consistent offers from lower end agencies.
I mean,
Techie, when you're saying
go.
that,
I mean,
Techie, when you're saying 50K, you're meaning like 50K a day, right? Not like 50K of like a video or
No,
like 50K views a day or
50K on a video. Your average concurrent on a video, yes.
And so is this like 2 videos a day, 3, 4?
No, like your video wants to say this got 50K.
Yeah, but how many of those a day?
Yeah, because it's like it depends on how
How
many videos you
consistent are the
upload a
uploads?
day, right?
Oh, your average viewership being 50,000 on a video.
Is he not understanding what we're saying?
Well,
No,
he's
'cause,
not
like-
understanding, but
Videos
he's-
per day.
I think what he's talking
'Cause you
about
could- you
is
could upload one
sponsors will
video
look
with
at it at
50K.
50,000 a day.
Okay,
Yes,
so if
but-
you
Or
upload
50,000 a
one
video.
video at 100,000 and you upload another video at 0, the average is 50K.
Correct. But you're
Yeah.
saying to make a livable wage.
Yes.
If you're uploading one video a week, one video a month, and getting 50K, you are not making a livable wage, period.
No, I think he's not saying a livable wage is in the sense of getting sponsorship.
It's when to get
Offers.
sponsors.
It's not like the 50,000 the video revenue. It's averaging 50,000 per video. That's when you get good sponsorship offers. That will be livable. That is how I
Oh, well,
interpret.
Well, I mean, because like
he talked about it
depends on,
earlier.
like how long you're, like how many videos you're uploading a day.
Exactly.
Oh, okay.
yeah.
So you're
right.
asking how many times do you have to upload a video that has 50,000 concurrent viewership to make a livable wage off of that month?
Yes.
Well, I guess it's like,
Yeah.
like I feel like average views per day is more of like a reliable metric, maybe. Because like you can upload like 3 videos a day, right? And
so,
get like
okay.
15K on each, and then that
So
would be like
I will
45.
tell you exactly what sponsorships look for. They go to your past 28 days. Nobody gives a fuck about anything else. That's why they don't look at how many views you're getting every day. They look at your videos in your past 28 days, your stream metrics in the past 28 days. Your agency is going to submit that info to people who don't already have it. And they're going to say, has he hit this number? Okay, so here we go. 4 streams. You're going to get $1 per viewer per hour for your sponsored streams. That means if you average 1,000 viewers, you're going to get paid $2,000 for a 2-hour stream. Very simple. Okay. If you get 50,000 concurrent viewership for your channel, you're going to be offered around $2,500 for a dedicated video. Okay. And for an integration, you'll probably be offered around $500 to $800 for an integration on your videos. And so if you upload about 4 to 5 of those a month, that's a pretty easy livable wage. Your agency should be bringing you at least 6 to 8 offers every single month. If not, they're doing you a disservice. So, for example, I get approached with 17 offers every month. I decline quite a lot, but that's how much my agency's doing for me.
Has Genshin hit you up yet to do 50% YouTube content?
Okay, so full disclosure, that never happened, but I have gotten Genshin sponsors in the past, even after I was blacklisted, due to an agency not knowing that, oh wait, these people don't want to work with them. It was a phone sponsor for the Samsung. It was Zhang Li skinned, and Zhang Li?
No.
Is that her name? The panda girl.
Oh
Ling.
my God! Fucking
Ling.
the bitch with the
Zhang Ling. Yeah, Zhang Ling.
Zhang Ling.
Yeah. I had a phone sponsor
Gang
for
line?
Zhang Ling.
Fuck me.
Yeah, Zhang
Shang
Ling.
Liao.
Yeah, Zhang Liao. Yeah, that was crazy how nobody knew in this call. Like the most popular meta-defining character in the entire game.
I do. What do we do? Chinese guy.
Yeah.
You did not say anything, but
I said Changling. What the?
Changling. Yeah, I
No.
didn't hear it, to be honest.
Okay.
But yeah, that's pretty much it. And it really depends to you what a livable wage is. You know, like, yeah. I was talking to Lakari, because Lakari's he's getting old, guys. He's getting old. And bro's like 34, 35. And I was talking about like how much a content creator needs to make by what point to be sustainable for the rest of your life. And for example, the number that I'm striving to get is $5 million. Okay, of that $5 million, I got probably around 2.7, 2.8. I probably project in the next 2 to 3 years, I'll make the next 2.2 very easily. And I'll be able to retire at 34. Am I gonna? Fuck no, absolutely not. I'm just gonna not stream every day at 9 a.m. CST. I'll stream at 9 and then maybe 2 and then 5. Or I'll keep it consistent because I'll be real, streaming is the favorite part of my day. But Lakari is another guy where he probably needs to make around 2 mil because that's the life that he wants to live. Lakari isn't a guy who's looking for a wife, looking for kids. I'm a guy where I want a wife and I want a child or multiple. Right now I'm cool with one, but that's where I
wives.
Multiple wives, yeah. Multiple wives.
Both, yeah, multiple wives, multiple children, yeah.
Gang shit.
Bakari has all his wives in game, man.
Yeah, yeah. No, I just feel like one girlfriend's not enough. I don't. I know it's good for some people, but I think I need at least 2 or 3.
I mean, hey, that's why
This is
Rover.
for real.
maybe 4.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
And that's why I love
why
the
Wuthering
Shoku
Waves is
Tensei.
your
That's why
favorite
it's
game.
so good.
Gathering wives, man. Shit.
I will say there is a
Gathering
guy in Austin. His name is Adamax. And bro has like the 2 hottest girlfriends on earth, bro. And the aura he has walking around with these 2 chicks is insane. Like it's insane. Yeah, bro's living the dream. I don't know how homie has enough dick for 2 women at the same time. But I mean, hey, good for him, bro. Good for him. I'm like I'll fuck like once every 3 days, but like that's like 4 times every day type shit. That shit's insane. Are we getting sidetracked? Yeah, but anyways, that also a very important thing is make sure you guys are doing your taxes, okay? Because those will sneak up on you. Make sure you guys.
I know how to do those.
Yeah.
I heard of taxes, said I told him. Like,
Yeah.
I heard of those.
I like
I know how
taxes.
to do them.
Yeah. Also
My
understand.
mom said I can't do them.
As a content creator, it's also very important to understand that almost everything y'all get is a write-off. So make sure you're tracking your write-offs before you do your taxes.
Put that shit on stream. Put that shit on YouTube. That's a right. That's part of your business, bro.
Yep.
all that-
Everything you see behind me, these books,
An
this
investment.
chair, this carpet, this paint, this lamp, that couch, all written off.
Part of his stream setup, man. It makes the
Yes.
environment.
Okay, and in case chat, a lot of people don't know what
cat.
a write-off is. For anybody who doesn't know in chat, what a write-off does is, at the end of every year, they're gonna look at how much money you made. Then they're gonna subtract how much that was spent on your business. So it's gonna reduce your taxable wage, right? So let's say you made $100,000 and you'd have to pay 39%, you're gonna lose 39,000. But if you made 100,000 and then you spent 20,000 of it on business expenses, then they're only gonna do 39% of 80,000. So now instead of paying 39,000, you're paying like 31,000. So that's how write-offs work, and that's why it's important to.
That's only if
So
you've
Techie.
registered as a business, right?
Yes, register as a company. Yes.
So Techie, if you start streaming from your car, can you write that off too?
Yes. My car
Nice.
was a write-off. My car was a write-off. I bought a car to give away during a game show, and I gave it away to the winner, and I wrote that shit off. That was forever ago. It was a fucking, I think it was like a Toyota Camry or some shit. That was like 22 grand. That shit was awesome.
Oh damn.
Yeah.
Gotta work harder. But it's fine.
Yeah. I think that's everything. Unless y'all got any more questions or anything else we want to talk about, anything we just want to fucking shoot the shit.
It's a random question, but
Yeah.
like,
Nah.
do you think Xenozone Zero is kind of dead because there's no dedicated content creators to it?
No, I
like,
think it's
there's
dead.
no Mr. Pokey to it.
No, it has nothing to do with it.
No EO.
Not
There's
enough
no EO.
people.
think so.
Easy.
There
I don't
would
think
be
there's content to
Player.
be made on that fucking game.
there would be a guy if the game could have a guy, but
Mm.
just not really anybody gives a fuck about
Oh,
Zone Zero.
You know, something interesting somebody actually said in my chat that I didn't think about. It's the out of all the Hoyoverse games, it's the one that tells you the most. You should use this set on this character. You should use this weapon on this character. So it actually tells the players more that info, so they don't need to look up guides
Yep.
more than any of the
I
other
feel
game.
I feel like that's part of it, but I mean, just when I think about every single time I played it, every single time I've streamed it, every single time I made a video on it, it's just like it feels almost like too messy sometimes to like actually genuinely know what's going on. And it's just I feel like it's a game that people enjoy playing more than watching. If
I think it is boring
Yeah,
as
I don't
fuck
think
to
it's a
watch.
pleasant watch
I
at
think
all.
it's
Yeah.
very boring to watch. I truly believe that.
Yeah.
It's not a good stream game or video game.
Yeah, I think
Personally-
it's boring to play too.
That's crazy. I think it's a great game to watch. That's just me though. But
Oh yeah, then why aren't you playing it right now?
Oh no, because I like watching it more than I like playing it. It
All right, I'm gonna
feels-
stream it right now after this.
Okay.
Pull up.
Yeah, the game is just, oh my god. Shout outs to UI guy. I go in, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what any of the icons mean. Because
No,
like at the
it's
beginning,
so true though. It's so true.
yeah, like at the
It's
beginning,
over designed, bro.
well, okay, so
It's
I
too
get what
much.
they were going for, and that's why I appreciate it early on. Because they were going for like a persona-esque design and like unique icons that were specific to the game. But the problem is, if you're a casual player of that game, you're not gonna remember shit. And you go in and you're like, new
What the fuck am I
Eridu,
looking at?
old Eridu, MF1, MF2. Where is
There's an old
It's
Eridu?
overwhelming.
there probably is. Yeah, one would
Bro,
assume.
Arknight's Enfield
every-
does all of that, but 100 times better. It is beautiful looking. Everything in that game looks so nice.
I
It just
trust
does
this
the same
guy's
thing with it.
UI's opinion. That's
I'm like,
I feel like every time
Same,
you come back to
same.
ZZZ after a break, you feel like you have to relearn the entire fucking game.
Yeah.
It's just so much more different than like I feel like it's too much different than HSR and like Genshin, which is where a lot of players are going to be coming from, where they have a lot of their UI experiences. Like everything's in a random
UI
fucking
experience.
everything's in a random fucking spot. And like I genuinely think if you take longer than like a month break, you gotta wait. You gotta spend like at least 5 to 10 minutes just figuring out where to even find shit.
The hardest part is getting to the game itself. Like that's the hardest part.
Oh,
of ZZZ.
true. I feel
Bro,
like a lot of
the-
people they just rage.
ZZZ menu
like,
designing is like a
navigating the
dungeon
menus.
crawler, bro.
yeah.
Wait, I actually, you guys keep bringing up Enfield, and I know Tech and Genazot played it with Tech before you got banned 07. This whole fucking base building shit. Do you guys don't think it's gonna hold it back a lot? Like, or is it simplified? Is it dumb enough where like someone like me can do it?
Oh, it's
genuinely.
going to. Okay, here's the
think it's
thing.
dumb enough.
Here's the beauty of it. It is going to hold back a lot of players. But you know
Yeah.
what? I respect that they don't give a fuck
Mhm.
and they're trying to actually make a game with their own vision
Oh.
rather than trying to cater towards the lowest common denominator and the majority.
Mhm.
Because what I realized, I was actually talking about this whole thing on stream because I think multiple of us here have probably seen that Arknight's video.
I want to watch.
But-
I haven't seen it yet, so I was curious.
Yeah, I need to watch
Okay.
that.
But essentially, here's how I see it. I think every single person, all of us, everyone in chat, probably has at least one niche game that they either really like or they haven't played yet that they would really like that's perfect for them. And I think that everyone has all these interests that they would like, and making a game that's good for everybody makes it, of course, very popular, but also just makes it kind of shitty. But a game like Arknight's Enfield, it's cutting out maybe like 70% of the people that want to play it, but those 30% that play it are going to love it forever.
Mhm.
So
Kind of like
It's like
Limbus,
there's a
right?
community for like
Yeah.
Factorio or Satisfactory
going to
people
make
who like
them-
those games.
it's going to make a
Like
community of people
Enfield.
that love what they're seeing.
Mhm.
So
Yeah,
my-
okay, that's interesting.
I agree.
I just don't know how.
Yeah,
that
what he
will
said.
translate to
Yeah,
content.
this guy.
Yeah, what he said. Fuck.
I'll be real, Dennis.
Yeah, what the UI
reactor.
guy said.
And this shit was driving me nuts yesterday, bro. I would be saying shit, and then Genazad will say the same shit.
Yep.
When I say it, what the fuck? When Genazad say it, W this guy. And I'm like,
Dude,
all
I'm
right.
gonna be real. When I'm in my chat, all I get is
It is what it is, bro.
Like, but whenever I'm in anybody else's chat, they're saying like based W.
Yep.
I feel like Jizzle could
Oh,
kick
oh
it
my
down
God.
and people to be like
I-
W.
I
Please
removed
don't
the
do
roll
that.
Bro,
call. I
just
removed the roll
disappeared.
call.
Chat
He
got to him,
himself.
bro.
I got
Oh,
shot.
Okay.
I got shot. I don't know what happened.
Tectone ate another content creator.
Yeah, it is
Yeah.
crazy because I'm having that effect.
Let
in
me out,
Asmon's chat.
Shinya.
I'm having that effect on Asmon's chat right now, where like I'll make a take, nobody gives a fuck. L Techie, shut up, Baldy. And then Asmon's chat will be like, "Oh, dude, base Techie," and I'm like, "Oh my god." And you know what it was? It's just because I got in shape. That's it. I got in shape, and I'll be like, "Oh, okay."
Hey, wait. To be fair, on the call yesterday, I was trying to lay out like both arguments and stuff. Like, yeah, I would try and explain what your point was, you know, in a like
Dude,
really
I
easy
can,
to
I can
understand way,
literally
you know?
send you these clips because I clipped them because I'm that small.
Dude, yeah, actually,
Dude, I'm
so
that
petty.
small.
He's like,
Dude.
no, I did.
No,
Yeah,
legit,
he's right though.
I shit you not.
Yeah,
We said the same thing.
it happened like 2 or 3
Okay,
times.
okay.
Yes.
No, but here's why that happens.
Word
though.
for word, bar for
I
bar.
think the reason why that happens is
Soldier
because
boy.
there is a biased perception of you and Pokey saying something, and so Genazod coming in
Of
with the
course.
perception as the middle ground, like
Yeah.
you guys exactly could say word for word, bar for bar, then Genazod ghostwrites that shit, and you're like, oh my god, it's
Yeah.
a W.
Yeah.
Well, I would try to essentially say both of their arguments like at the same time to be like, this is what they're
Yeah,
saying,
yeah.
and then you know, but I was also just blasting music and everyone was just vibing and I was playing Limits Company, so maybe I
Bro,
messed
the
up.
memes that came out of that shit, I
Bro,
think
your
were top
perspective
tier.
was funny as fuck.
Dude,
You don't know I play Limbus Company.
yeah, no, there were all these people from Pokey and Tectone's chat that came to my chat just to sit in there during the whole war
Yeah.
while it's just like blasting music and memeing and shit.
Bro,
Yeah.
what a
It's a
day.
safe area.
Dude, I
Yeah, it was the
actually,
refuge.
man,
Nice
the
safe
Genshin
space.
community, they're just, oh god. Like
I-
you see those motherfuckers in Fob's chat too. You see those motherfuckers in Poke's chat, and then I say anything, no matter what I say, this guy needs to kill himself.
Yup.
You know
This
what's
guy
you know what's
needs to
crazy?
hang
No, no,
himself. This
bro,
guy's a
that
That
criminal.
guy in
campaign-
Box's chat was funny as fuck, bro.
Okay, dude.
Bro, I think the thing that really pissed me off with the
That shit was
Genshin community was
insane.
like I made a video like I think a month prior to the whole survey thing, and I specifically broke down all of the changes that were in that video in a realistic way, and I was told to kill myself. It's like, all right, cool, it is what it is, right? They put out that survey, Brandon's like, this is the change, and I'm like, oh my god, like what the fuck? Like, why was no one else talking about this shit like a fucking month ago? Like now all of a sudden people are rallying behind this. I'm like, dude,
Mhm.
like fuck me, man. Like, Jesus
Ethan.
Christ.
Ethan, a quick question. You started off making content for Genshin, right?
Yeah.
Back in your earlier days, you built up maybe a couple thousand subs just doing Genshin,
Yeah.
and now a lot of your recent vids are just shitting on the game. So I feel like it's okay,
I
because
would
I feel
like-
like what there's most of us don't get that because it seems like every single time you talk about Genshin on your channel, you're always mentioning how people are telling you to do stuff in Minecraft.
They fucking hate me. They do. Like
Yeah.
they
To
really
do
do.
stuff in Minecraft.
Dude,
Yeah.
I will say
Hey,
that real
why
quick.
us?
I need to address Fob in my chat because he says my chat literally hates Genshin. Really, Fob? Why don't you go look who your viewers also watch, and you let me know if the top viewer and the top channels aren't Ziox and Dora. You let me know, man. Why don't you send who your viewers also watch?
Okay,
Because I
will
guarantee
say,
you,
though-
your chat loves Genshin. Where's
Okay, but his chat kind of hates everything. I'm gonna be real. Like
True.
anything comes on screen, they just say KMS, like fuck this. Like he watches anything. And he watches some of the shittiest videos I've ever seen in my life. And still, like they always say KMS to every single gotcha game ever.
True,
Like
but
at
Fob's
a certain
chat
point
is,
they
like,
do hate
stinted
everything.
as
Maybe they just want more GTA from Fob. We
Hey,
should
hey,
get
Jonathan,
GTA.
I'm not-
Fob. Send me a DM then. Show me a screenshot. Show me proof. Show me the overlap, man. Let's see it, big dog.
I'm gonna be real. Fob's GTA streams where there was like random shit happening. That was probably the best content I think I've ever seen from him. I'm
Bro,
gonna be real. It's
I'm gonna be
better than
honest.
every
Funny.
gacha game.
GTA RP. I'm gonna try it. I want to try
No,
it.
dude, it's not even GTA RP. It's the
Chaos mod.
fucked up randomizer mod.
Yeah,
where your
yeah.
chat controls
crowd
shit.
control.
Dude,
Crowd control. Yeah.
still
Yeah,
get people
that
telling
shit's
me
so
to
funny.
go back to play because I played it after Fob did. I still get people being like, "When's GTA?" And I'm just like, "What the fuck?" It literally, it's always just gravity. Like you're just doing the mission, and then they reverse gravity, and a black hole appears, and you fucking explode and have to redo the whole game.
Like fuck me. Yeah, that it does that. It has that with Elden Ring,
Hey,
Minecraft.
hey,
and
Fob,
games.
Fob. Who's this guy at the bottom where 26%
Wait, let me see.
says Ziox?
Oh, we got
Who is that?
Okay, but
Who is that?
wait, but Tectone, to be fair, I would say 50% of the internet hates you, so that's like not that bad, really.
I'm just saying,
You know,
so you cannot hate Genshin and watch Ziox. There is zero way. That guy does nothing but go, oh, dude, I'm gay and I love Zhao. Let's farm artifacts, dude. That's every stream he's ever done. I challenge anybody to show me otherwise. That is his whole shtick. It's been the same shit for 5 years. Boot it up. Let's do the fucking random randomizer. Oh, look at that. Kazuha. Like, shut up, guys. All right, that's 26% of your damn chat loves Genshin.
Actually,
Get off my dick.
It's Zhao. It's not Kaza. It's Zhao.
Okay, but if they liked Genshin, why would they watch me? I stream Genshin once every 2 months. I'm going to pull up your analytics later, Fob. I'll pull them up. Okay, big dog, I'll pull it up.
You actually had a stream recently that was like the prodigal son returns or some shit because he hadn't played that game in so long.
Prodigal
You know what?
son.
You know what? I'm glad I didn't see the end or like the tail end of this podcast turning into like a fob crucifixion, but I'm all for it. I am in full support of whatever is going on right now.
I need to see who I share viewers with. I'm actually so curious at this point. I'm gonna double
Definitely
check.
Jenna
that.
and Pokey. I don't know about anyone else though.
Let's see. How do you check that? What is that? It's like a content. Didn't you guys know how to
I think
check?
it's under discovery or
Creator
something.
dashboard.
Or was it engagement,
Discovery.
maybe?
I'm gonna pull.
It
I'm
might be
gonna show this on stream.
engagement.
I hope I don't.
Oh, it's
leak anything.
engagement, yeah.
Engagement. Who do I
Yeah.
share a channel with? I share 24% with Fob. 40. Wait, my most viewers are shared
Me,
with
dude.
Genizad, Mr. Pokey, Saint Tontas, Smack, and Fob. What this means is, if I were to do a collaboration with any of these 5 people, my viewers would go up. Yo, Fob, quit being a pussy and go live, bro. Let's meet up. Me and your chat, bro. Let's meet up. Let's do it, man. Let's get it going. That's crazy. I need to do more shit with Smack. It makes me upset that Smack never streams when I fucking stream. It's actually so frustrating.
Streams at night.
Yeah.
In the morning, like wee hours in the morning.
Bro has a
I think
crazy schedule.
he's a little bit busy. He's kind of got everything you could possibly have in life going on.
Yeah.
And he's somehow like Hunter rank 100 or some shit.
He also
probably,
has
like,
a second
that.
channel that's doing good too. So on top of all that and the second channel.
Wait, you talking about
it's
Smack? You talking about Jay Witty? Who you talking about here?
Oh, true. Jay Woody, yeah.
Dude, he has a different name on PlayStation too. When I
Oh,
played
wait,
Night Rain with him, he had like Jay Slick Witty or some shit. I was like, who the fuck is this? Or he had some other name.
Yeah. Anything else that's on y'all's mind? Anything?
No, sure.
No? Okay, great. We're almost in the chat now. Yo, chat. This is y'all's section. We're gonna go until y'all just keep typing dumb shit, not taking the shit seriously. Yo, y'all want to ask anything about how to become a content creator, on why somebody's doing some dumb shit? You got a problem with anybody's content? Is there anybody in this call, and I'm being serious, is there anybody in this call that you just refuse to watch and you want to elaborate on why that is for just the viewer's perspective? Like why won't you watch Saint Tontas? Why won't you watch Kate? Or sorry, Captain Refrigerator. Like, who won't
Captain
y'all
Refrigerator.
I
watch?
hate you. I hate you.
What, dude? That's just funny as
Whatever.
fuck.
Dude, but like imagine 5 months from now, people are gonna be DMing you saying, "Hey, this is the reason I started my content creator journey."
Yeah, I mean,
Just like what I did. No, just
I try, but I mean, what's crazy is every time I've done one of these, and I've been doing these for 6 years, there are creators who are just like, oh, by the way, that was the time I started content creation, which is great. Worth it to start drama. Ooh, that's a very fun one. So as a smaller creator, yes, it is always worth to start drama. I'm gonna keep it 100%. If you, as a smaller creator, can get a larger creator to talk about you, yes, it is worth 1,000,000 fucking %. That is a huge amount of eyes on you, but you don't want to do it too often. You want to start drama with a larger creator, get involved, then apologize, get them to be cool with you, and then you get all the benefit of, hey, we saw this happen, really big that you apologized, right? So, but if you're a larger creator, it's always a loss. It's always
that's
a fucking
exactly what I did.
I lost to what?
Word for word, bar for bar.
loss. Wait, is that actually what happened, Glaive?
Yeah, I went after
I'm
Fob,
beefed with
and then I did another video, and then he called me. I apologized.
Yeah,
and
but
then we're
like-
good. And then I went to like, oh, Power Creep and Honkai Star Rail and Wuthering Waves is better, and then like branch out to those kind of content, and then that's exactly what I did.
But the thing is, though, I wouldn't say the shit between you and Fob was drama. You were just keeping it 100, but you didn't lie. You know?
I think a lot of people thought of it as drama. And
Yeah, but
Fob
the
was
community
really
thinks everything's
nice.
drama though. Like the
Yeah.
word drama is
Yeah.
fucking thrown around so much. Like
Yeah.
I think there's like
What do
real
you think actually is
drama.
drama? Like, what
Anything
is actual
personal.
drama to you?
Anything personal.
But that's not
Anything
true though,
personal.
because anything that's remotely negative or hateful, people will see as drama. It doesn't have to be
Okay.
personal between CCs.
I'll
Everyone
give you
will
a
take it
perfect
wrong.
example. Wait, I'll give you a perfect example. There was a hate thread on me in Gacha Police with my thumbnail. I don't think that's drama. I think those people are just like mad at me.
I think people
Like-
tweak out way too
The
much.
community see it.
Yeah.
A 100 like Twitter post.
Oh,
Yes.
1000%. Like
Yeah.
I wasn't gonna make a YouTube video seeing fucking like 100 or 200 comments pretty much telling me, you know, I'm fucking retarded. I was like, all right, like whatever, it is what it is. Like, what am I gonna do? Cry about it? Like, I think like the community perceives that as drama, and I could turn it into drama and make it worse. But why? Like, I don't.
Well,
Drama.
it's-
Yeah.
Oh, you go. You keep going.
No, I was gonna say drama is like if I said Genozad's ugly, or some bullshit. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying?
He's
Like,
not,
would-
bro.
That's not
You
what
know,
the
he's
community
handsome as
sees it
hell.
as.
Well, I
That's
see
not
it
what people
as
see it
it's
as.
like imagine you put a YouTube video out and you go to the very bottom and you read the bottom comments and then
Exactly.
you make something like that. It's like you are looking
Yeah.
at the dregs of society, the absolute lowest motherfuckers ever, dude. They
Exactly.
say the craziest shit, and it's gonna be that and sex bots saying like, "Wow, great video, you're an inspiration." It's gonna be those shit, right?
Those are my favorite people that like my Twitter. Yeah, no,
Yeah,
I think the
they're
community
always there. They're the
overloads
real
everything.
homies.
Yeah, they're the
Wait,
real
those
ones.
are
Speaking
bots?
of hate, bro, I
They
don't
don't
think I
respect
have any. And I'm
No, you got hate.
I've
You-
started
Bro,
getting some
I've never
techies
seen
bots.
one.
Like the, you know,
You
like
don't
the,
use Twitter.
Glaive, I
I
hate
do.
you.
I do.
I hate you.
I get
Glaive.
all of the Mr. Pokey tweets from there,
Bro, you thirst trap
my
on
God.
fucking Twitter, bro.
Dude, Shinya's his number
For a
one hate
reason.
watcher. He comments on like Glaive's
Yup.
videos.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just wait till you find my alt account.
I feel like techies bots that are all like the woman that are like clearly fake that are just like, oh, really appreciated this
That's what I'm
content.
saying.
This-
Wait, do y'all
this
not
video
get those?
changed- We're starting
I
to
do.
get those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I started
get
getting
those.
them.
They're everywhere.
I don't know. I don't know if that's they were mostly just your channel, and I think they started like spreading. It's like fucking COVID.
No, I think I just hit a different demographic that you guys didn't because I have long hair. I think that's
Maybe
what
they
it
just
is.
like your content, you know?
Yeah,
Maybe
they
they're
just
just a
like
real
me.
big fan. They're the
Yeah.
real ones.
The
Yeah.
really funny thing about my hate is like people
You just have
post
that aura,
a
bro.
thumbnail of me, and then in the Reddit thread, it would be hate about Saint Tontus, and I just have no aura, bro. Like people, like it's just always.
you don't
Saint
say
Tontus.
anything
Like,
for
this
people
guy
who
just
use it.
logs me in every way.
Yeah, this thread has 400 comments on the Gacha subreddit of your video, Glaive.
Yeah, my video, and it's
Bro,
Saint
this
Tontus like hate thread.
The
I
Gacha
wow,
Gaming
it's my
subreddit
video.
is
Yep.
the funniest shit ever. I am going to be honest. Just going into it, like searching up my name, it has to be the funniest shit. It's just like great evening reading,
Yeah.
toilet reading.
Great. Yo, Chet, any other questions? But that was a great one. Thank you, Blue Evermore. You're very beautiful, and I hope the cats are doing good. I'm a new CC 3 months now. When should I slowly transition to live streaming? Once you get 10,000 views a video. Absolutely. Do you think Gacha content is good or bad? Wait, do you think Gacha content is good or bad to start with right now? I think Gacha is the best content to make right now. And that's, I mean, I've had options to do other stuff. I don't want to. I love Gacha content because there's always something going on, and there's a lot of great people in this space. I actually like it quite a bit. What about you? What do you guys think? You think Gacha content was a mistake for y'all, or do y'all actually like it?
No, Gacha
No.
content is absolutely the
Nah,
best.
it's the best thing I
niche
did.
in
I
in
love the
YouTube.
community
Yeah.
as much as they could be assholes.
It started off as
It's a
an
good
editor,
niche.
a good
That's
idea.
why I love them.
Oh, it started off as an editor, a good idea for a content creator? Abso-fucking-lutely.
Yes.
100%. You will learn
Be
so
my
much.
editor, bro. Damn, DM me, bro.
Yeah.
My
love
editor
it.
makes so many skits of like the gacha space, and he's awesome. So like, yeah, do it.
I would say if you're starting off as a CC, you should learn how to edit your own videos, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that
100%.
if you're trying to be a new CC and you don't want to edit your own videos, I think that's a I don't think it's gonna work.
You're gonna just lose money. Lose
That's
money.
a great fucking point, Saint Tontas. Here we go. Number one mistake that content creators make: not watching your own content. It sucks, but it is so important to pull up your videos and just consume them and say,
You eventually get used to it too.
Yep.
At first, it feels like this is so cringe. Hate looking at this. Eventually, it's just like whatever.
yeah.
Actually, it's like that, but then if you edit it well, you kind of like it.
You're proud
you
of
get
it?
proud of your content. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yep.
Yep.
And if you
Yeah.
edit it yourself, you're watching it the entire fucking time, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And same thing with Twitch. Like, bro, watching back your VODs is so important. Like, you will become aware of, man, I just sat there for that long and I didn't say shit.
Yeah.
Like I'm just doing.
That helped
fucking
me so
nothing.
much.
Like, dude, for real.
Be this podcast.
Do this. Pull up your Twitch VOD, and just think to your head, would I click off? When would I click off? How long am I watching this? How many times have I wanted to click off? Same thing with your YouTube videos. Be like, okay, all right, and yep, done. And yep, nope, out. Think that it will help you so fucking much. Also, getting a structure for your stream is fucking insane. Like making sure your viewers know you start stream, you do this, then this thing happens, then that thing happens. Wrap it up right here, and also, dude, bullet notes for like things that you really want to talk about that you don't want to forget is like really good to write down during the day. That helps tremendously. What? Anything else, chat? For anybody who wants to become a content creator, what's up, Santonas?
Plan, like I would say streaming is in a lot of ways like almost a like 24-hour job in the sense that once you end stream, right, you're already like getting prepped, you're already getting ready for like topics to think about for the next day. And in a lot of ways, right, like you kind of need to do that if you do want to have like a good plan moving forward. And so it's kind of like, you know, you gotta make sure to like give yourself time to do that while also, you know, leaving personal time too.
Be careful, Saint. You're almost don't go too far. You might go towards the Hassan take. It's the hardest job in the world, bro.
Yeah.
Don't get too close.
Hey, I'm not
You
saying it's
better
the
be careful,
hardest.
bro.
I'm not saying it's the hardest job, but
Oh,
it's
what
something
was
you're making
me?
it sound a little
I'm
bad.
a mage, so no.
It's gonna have a.
I do public webs.
You're gonna have a lot of mind share on it throughout the day.
Here's
if
a
you're,
great
if you're planning
question.
to do it well.
I love answering this one. Is it better to be a variety CC? So let me tell you what that answer is. So is it better to have $10 billion or $1? So everybody's dream is to be a variety CC. If you go into content creation as I'm going to be a variety CC, just delete your channel. It's just
That's what I did before. I had a group channel.
Yep.
And I thought that, well, we're all fucking funny. And like, well, we could just do anything. I looked at Side and I was like, why can't I do that? And we started at 0. I think it got most like 1,200 subs, and it just fucking sucked. It absolutely sucked. Nobody cared. There was no structure there. Like, yeah, no, it's not a good start.
Everybody needs to build their niche and get people to give a fuck about them. Once you've gotten people to sufficiently give a fuck about you, then you got to realize that's not enough. They really got to fuck with you. Like if you're going variety, because if they don't, the moment you ain't doing your thing, they're out, bro. And like you got to be live non-stop, like minimum 8 hours a day grinding that shit. Because otherwise, you got to be so fucking funny to be you just got to realize variety CCs, what you're saying is these guys are the cream of the crop. These are the best guys. They're so good. I'll watch them do anything. Now, I want you to think, like, there is so small CCs that can actually do that. It's ridiculous. But as a CC, break in, find this one thing that a lot of people like, and do it to the best of your ability. And even better, find someone's content that you think you can do better than that gets a shit ton of viewers. Like, for example, Itoma. Just take Door on brand, do it better. Legit. Watch their shit and say, this shit's cringe. I'm going to do it better. Easy. You can, dude. I'm telling you, you can.
The thing is, I am
Roblox,
gonna do it.
bro.
From now, I am gonna do it.
Perfect
But
for it.
Good.
I am not fucking doing Roblox. Hell the
What?
fuck no.
So you don't want $1 billion? Oh,
Yep.
okay.
You know what's crazy? Dude,
Absolutely
Roblox content.
not.
Roblox content is so good. I shit you not. It is so OP right now. And dude,
I'm not selling my soul
I
on
know,
Roblox,
but like
bro.
the
Hell.
creators that are in that space right now, killing it, fucking personality of a paper bag. And they're still getting boo-boo bucks.
No, it's
Why
so
don't- why
free,
don't we
and
just
people
do-
don't even actually realize. They have
Yeah.
gacha games in there. You can do
True.
anything. Roblox is the current day Warcraft 3 custom games. There
Yup.
has every single thing. And let's pretend you're trapped in Roblox. Oh no, I have 8,000 different games to play. Oh god, what am I gonna do today?
Yep.
Okay, I guess. No, but what I wanted to say, right? I do want to try that route that you said. 1,000 viewers CTR in a year, right?
Yeah.
I want to try that route, but the thing is, I also like the content that I'm already making. So do you think I can do both at the same time?
Yeah, but I'll be real.
Because
Like,
the funny moments would be once a week,
yeah, I mean,
like of long form.
to be honest, what I would do for you is I would make a second YouTube channel, to be completely honest. And just upload to both.
For like the funny moments, or for what I already do.
I would say keep your channel as is, and then when you make the funny moments, make it a new channel. And just make
The
it clean
second would
slate.
be Ithoma Zoomer or some shit like that, and it's just all the laugh you lose stuff.
Yeah, or even better, just literally just call it Itoma YL. And just grind it, bro. I'm being dead ass. Like you will grind.
If you laugh, you lose. What do we?
Yeah, what do I?
I'll
I'll be real. If you can make it good,
bro.
I'll react to it, and then bada bing, bada boom. You're already starting off at 1,000, 2,000 subs. Skip all that grind. It's really that easy. You know, anybody get a fucking Tectone React, you're jumping up to 2K subs immediately. So it is what it is.
I got like 4K.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, 4K, bro. Absolutely. But yeah, give me Glaive content if he wants editor. I also think the Glaive model is cute twink. Oh, I thought that was a girl. Wait, is that supposed to be a boy?
Yeah.
Oh.
Guess.
Damn,
it
bro.
is?
Oh god.
Oh.
Oh boy.
My
Oh,
favorite
boy.
character in Genshin Impact is Venti.
Oh, damn, bro.
You know, that
Oh.
explains
That makes
a
a
lot
lot
of
of sense,
things.
you know?
That
Come on, bro.
Yeah.
That couldn't
Yeah.
be right.
I think
Bro,
that's
that
the
is your
only
whole personality.
that's the only backstory you need, and people will know everything about you.
I got one
Yeah.
last question.
Yeah, what's up?
Do you think, like, let's say, for example, someone like me, if I'm banging out 3 slops a day, but then I'm also trying to do original stuff, should that be 2 separate channels? Like, should the slop go on like a more Ethan and then just the original stuff, or can you kind of balance the both?
I
Just
think
not
I
like
think
3 a
both.
day.
I think both.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, because
Appreciate
like
you.
you can keep slopping, but
Yeah.
it's just for like specifically YL meme react YouTube shorts. Like
Yeah.
Itoma's prime for that. I don't think anybody else in this call could actually do that as well as Itoma could. So that's why I'm just specifically.
Yeah,
for
just
him.
need to keep saying end every video with
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
every single video with that.
Yeah.
It's easy, man. Make it your
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah,
I do have one thing I want to add real quick. There's a lot of people who want to make videos, but they're worried about getting scrutinized because they think that space is toxic. They're worried about making takes or being afraid of making takes because they think someone's going to be on their ass like immediately. Do you think that if they worry about that, they shouldn't make content, or should they just persevere through it?
No, I absolutely think if people are gonna freak out over scrutiny, they should just quit. Straight
Yep.
up.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean, like,
Yep.
I'll be real. If you're a content creator where if you see a 0 like post and that causes you to crash out, just fucking quit. Like, dude, I want to remind everybody, Enviosity saying he should be the only motherfucker that should be receiving praise is a guy. He got 2 guyed by 1 like and 2 likes. That is what ruined his whole career. Was 2 random motherfuckers on the internet with 3 total likes, and they were probably self-liked, which is insane. And Mint Picker's never been the same since then either. But
So,
yeah,
well, something a lot of people need to realize is it doesn't even matter if you're not a content creator. A lot of people you meet are just not gonna like you. It doesn't matter who you are or what you do. If Jesus Christ came back from the dead and fucking cured cancers, made world peace, they'd be like, somebody would be like, I don't know about this Jesus guy. I think he's controlling people, and people would hate him. It doesn't matter. So you have to realize there's always gonna be some people that dislike you, and to disregard the ones that are just, baseless shit. But, if it's an insane amount of people, then maybe look into like why that might be. But you have to realize like always there's going to be some people that don't like you. So you can't take all of that to heart or you're just going to go insane.
Yeah, you also can't be a content creator if you don't have thick skin. People are gonna say mean shit
need
about
it-
you.
Yeah.
You need thick skin and
Can't
an
be
ego.
soft, bro.
Yes.
Yeah, you definitely
100%.
What did Pokey say again? If it's too hot, don't get into the kitchen.
he
That
said-
too.
Oh god.
To an extent, I mean,
If you can't handle the
Don't
heat
be
of the
stupid
kitchen.
and greedy.
I mean,
he's
there
a
is-
little out
there
of
is-
pocket there.
But
Yeah.
at the same
Oh.
time, though, it is
My king.
like you do have to be thick about it. Like you can't let everyone bother you. Like
Oh yeah. Once you put
You know.
yourself out there, once you're a
Mhm.
public figure, you just have to accept people are gonna say mean, disgusting, heinous shit
horrible,
about you. and
horrible
it just-
things. Yeah.
It is what it is. You just have to accept it.
Bro, even like
Um,
Markiplier, Jacksepticeye, even
yeah.
they get like fucking
Oh,
kill
yeah.
themselves like every
And
now
a
then.
It
lot of
doesn't matter if
people-
you're the
But
nicest
it doesn't
person.
matter who
Doesn't
you are.
matter.
Yeah, and a lot of people can't handle that. They
Yeah.
can't handle that scrutiny, and I'd say the majority of people can't handle
The
it.
best way to handle it is you accept it and you laugh about it and you find
Yep.
it funny. Like you pin
Yeah, you lean
the
into
most
it.
hateful comment to the top of your
Yup.
video. You
Yep.
laugh about it. You talk about it on stream. Like, bro,
Yup.
there's some like unhinged shit. And I'll just talk about streamers like this guy's crazy. What the fuck?
Yep.
Like
I didn't
if you
know
look at
Ethan
it-
wasn't thin. His name was a
Yeah.
lie. It's
Yeah.
like you're damn right, bro.
You
Like,
look at it in a way more fun manner, like, and more joking, you'll
Well,
be
you
able to
take
do
away,
better
yeah,
too.
I mean, and not only that, you take away the ammunition that they have.
Yeah,
I mean,
if you
it's the
take
same
yourself
reason.
too,
Yeah.
Yeah,
if you take
I
yourself
leaned
too
into
Far
the
away from the
seriously,
waves.
Yeah.
yeah, exactly.
I
If
think-
you take yourself way too seriously and your ego is way too big, that's also a huge fucking problem.
Yeah,
You
like
can't
it's,
have that
like
either.
if I were to go live and crash, like as you were calling me bald, it's like
Yeah.
I know, right?
I'll
Yeah.
be real, and I know this is true. Chad is not calling me bald as an insult; they're saying it out of love, and I know that very.
Yeah.
clearly.
Well, it's just kind of like a joke. It's just
Yeah.
kind
It's
of
a-
like the
it's a
whole
term
chat
of
is
endearment.
Bald. It's like
Yeah.
it's like
Yeah.
it's like Mr.
It's not a joke, it's the
Pokey-
truth.
It's like if Mr. Pokey thought that him being called Mr. Dookie was like an insult. You know, it's like it's just.
I'm not poop.
Yeah, don't call me Dookie. Like it's like all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, no, they're
That's
just
not my
jokes.
name.
Yeah, that's not my name.
It's not my name.
Rat Tova.
Any rat tone toss is crazy. What else, Chad? Anything else or no? Does not being fluent in English influence viewership to any extent? Yes, having an accent does increase views. Yes.
Yeah, look at Aethoma.
Yeah.
Bro speaks like 5 languages.
Yeah. Not having
Unless
an
you're
accent
British,
helps so
don't have a
much.
British accent. That's a debuff.
Yes.
That's a debuff on Twitch.
That is
That's
You
debuff,
think,
yeah.
what makes you
It
think
is-
that?
it is very bad.
just the amount of British hate, man. I'll be real.
Wait,
Like,
really?
mean,
It's
it's
'cause you're
deserved.
like, well,
It's
it depends
deserved,
on
to
the
be fair.
British. You're like Welsh, no?
well, I'm Welsh, but I don't have a strong Welsh accent. I just have a normal. I think like standard
you have a
RP British
very
accent.
strong Welsh accent.
I don't think you've ever spoken to a true Welsh
Welshman.
person.
I've talked to several, but I don't know, man. Your
Several.
accent-
Okay.
What-
Yeah. Well, anyways, Tuesday, isn't it?
Tuesday. Tuesday.
I'm not
Any-
Cockney.
But
I'm not
what?
Cockney.
Anything else, Chad? Anything else here?
It's chips, not fries.
Let's see. If you're a CC in a different space, how could you break into the gacha scene? Be friends with the people in the gacha scene and don't be a cunt. Yeah, pretty much it.
Just
That's
make-
really
make good-
important.
And just make good videos that people want to watch. I mean,
Yep.
there's so many React
Yep.
slop people that just want to watch dumb fucking gotcha videos. And if your video is good, you're gonna get some traction off of it.
Great
It's like a
example.
pyramid scheme. It's
Yeah.
a pyramid scheme at the end of the day.
Great,
Yeah, or
great
you could be like-
example
It is.
is
You
Cosmos.
could be like Cos. I was
Yep.
about to say that.
Yep.
Yep.
Cosmos is a
Mhm.
great example. Fighting game player
Yeah.
wanted to break into the gacha scene. You know what he did? Let's pull back the curtain here. He would watch my stream every day, and he said, "Oh, that shit was funny as fuck. I'm gonna make a video about it." Because people know, like, where are the memes coming from? And there's a lot of facets. He saw the memes that I had. That's why he said the mint picker joke. That's why he did the fucking assassination joke. Like, he got all that shit from just learning. Absorb yourself in that space and just give the people what they want. And Cosmos was funny as fuck.
Yeah,
Every
he
new
DM'd
gacha
me,
CC
and then I
start-
introduced him to Aethoma, and then got him on the video, the Aethoma video about the how to hate
was
on
that
every
video
community. Thing.
Oh, yeah.
yeah, I
that's
got
right.
Cosmos on that.
That's funny as fuck.
Every-
Oh yeah.
I think every new gacha CC starts off as like a giga lurker, a
Yes.
million% like a
Mhm.
giga.
Yeah.
Lurker.
Oh yeah, that was me.
Yeah.
I was a huge lurker in the
No,
community.
I just found out about the gambling. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, Kay, what-
I had no idea.
Okay, what made you start streaming?
Damn,
Okay.
that's
Oh,
crazy.
EOS.
Damn, that literally crashed
Oh.
your computer.
It's the Starlink.
No,
bro.
sorry. Wait, I'm back. What was that?
Yeah, Kate, what made you start streaming?
What made me start streaming? I've always dabbled in like content here and there for a while, but I never really streamed. Like I used to do like content on Formula One before I did like gacha stuff for
Yeah.
a little bit. But then I was like doing normal work, whatever. But I just consumed a lot of content. I was just someone who consumed a lot, and I was someone who already knew how to edit. I already knew how to do things. So I was like, why not like try it out? Because like watching like your guy, like your content techie, like I watched a lot of Pokey's content too when Honkai Star Office came out. I just really like getting involved in the community. I was like,
Yeah.
I just kind of want to be part of like this because I enjoy it and it's fun.
Wait, so I inspired you to be a streamer?
Sure, absolutely.
So he made you?
Yeah. I owe everything to the
Angel
bald man.
Zone.
Absolutely.
Angel Zone.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's
What
so
about,
funny.
yeah, no, that's crazy. I remember our old days of Fortnite with me, you, and Shinya. Those were the days, man. Those were nice.
Yep.
Those feel like
Yep.
You changed.
that was like years ago.
You changed.
What that was before
No.
Wuthering Waves.
It was
yeah,
it was
that
like
was
a year ago. It was like
literally a year
Yeah,
ago.
that's actually
It's like I wasn't
crazy.
even making content. Like I wasn't even making content or anything. I was just someone who was like, I just like to make dumb memes for the community. I drew
Yeah, 'cause
shit. I
I-
did comics. Did dumb memes. Like
I
that's what
also
I did
didn't
for
make.
a long
I
time.
also really didn't start making my videos until like May of last year.
Why did you start making
Yeah.
videos?
Why?
Yeah, like what pushed
Well,
you to make
Wuthering
videos?
Waves.
Yeah, who
Wuthering
pushed?
Waves.
Who pushed you to do that?
Oh man, there's a few people.
God,
Yeah,
Well-
Jesus.
Jesus.
you saw the Bible on the shelf one day. You're
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
huh.
But I
Just
will. I
wildly.
would like
Spoke
also
to
say
him.
that I would like to encourage all of you guys to partake in more collaborative content with other creators, whenever possible. I think.
Yeah.
I think the person who's the biggest offender of not doing that is Saint Tontas. I think it's a fucking crazy how you do not do more collaborative shit, bro. Because like you have the pull to make. I don't know why the fuck. Tell me. I want you to give me a good reason. Why the fuck is Brax doing this WoWA tournament and not you?
Brax has funders, bro. That's a $2,000 reward for the
Bro,
tournament.
you put
The money is
$100 on. No, nobody even cares about the money. I don't give a fuck. If I win that,
I want the money. I'll give
Yeah,
you
I would like
Oh,
that
okay,
money
great.
too. Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
I think everybody in that tournament except for you
Well, the thing-
cares
No,
a
but I
lot
want
about
to-
the money.
But no,
Do you think
here's
people
what
are
you
going
understand.
because
People
the
would do
money?
it for less.
Yes, people would do that shit for free, bro. Like
You don't need the money.
Yeah,
I mean, if I'm being entirely honest, he was like, when we announced like the first one way back, I thought that we were just gonna let that one go, and then maybe I would gonna do stuff afterwards, and then that one got delayed, and then I was just like, oh shit, when's it coming back? And I was just like kind of like waiting for it to come back.
but
for that one.
every like co-op event, you should be having people on. Like the fucking racing thing, you should have ran a fucking tournament. Like Sinos, you are the woo-wah guy right now, man. You're in that shit, eating shit and breathing Wuthering Waves. So like, get more community events going for your chat and other creators to participate in. Say, let's share chat. It's really that. There's no reason you shouldn't be doing that. Dumbass. Anyways, that's just my
I think
opinion.
it'll be fun. It'll be fun if like once a week there's like a specific time or day, just like a bunch of content creators. We'll just play a game. We'll just do something. We'll just like I don't know.
Bro, group reacts would go so insane.
I was
swear
talking
to
about this
God.
yesterday. It'll be so fun.
Yeah, group reacts is so good.
I think we should play that fucking. I mean, whoever's in the cock and balls. I think we should play that RPG game. I think that'd be hilarious with a bunch of people playing. I think.
Yeah, I think Repo's a content
That's also
farm right
a new
now.
game like Litmus Company.
Yeah,
I want
Yeah,
to play
Repo.
Repo so bad.
we can play
Repo's
soon.
really
We can probably
good
play
right
today
now.
if you want.
Wait, what's Repo?
Great ass game. But
It's like Lethal Company, but better.
I'm gonna wrap this shit up here, right? But like, do more shit together. And for real, I want everybody in this call to just make a mental note. Is there something positive I can post on YouTube? And do I have an opportunity to not be a lazy fat fuck and post some original content? I think.
Yo,
if-
why'd you
Oh,
look
don't
at me
put me
when
in
you said?
here.
Yeah, why'd you
Whoa,
look at
don't
me
put
when
me
you
in
said
here.
that?
You
Hold
know
on.
what's crazy? I didn't at all. I was actually looking at my
I
cup
know.
of this really
I
old.
know.
Yeah, this cup of coffee.
Oh my
Now-
god.
It's like, it's like getting
That's
old
that
on
is
top.
grim. That's grim.
Yeah.
There are
That's
two,
lazy.
There,
That's
there are
lazy.
two. There
Yeah, I
are
know.
two living beings in that room right now.
Yeah, we're about 1 million in that cup.
Yeah, there's a cougar behind him.
Yeah, but yeah, let's just all try to get some positivity going in the Gacha community. I think we all know what to do. And chat, if you're a new Gacha CC, just make something that you're proud of. Actually put work into it, highly edit it, and then figure out a way to get me to react to it. Bada bing, bada boom, you got a career, guys. All right, so just there's a lot of people looking to react. What's the new video? Jenna's adds another person to react shit. Saint Tona's a person. Everybody in this call pretty much makes good reactions, right? Some better than others.
You
But-
can just say me.
But,
You talk shit to get a Glaive Kia video, bro.
Yeah.
I do want to say one thing to keep in mind though when it comes to like the positive and the negative content is just that positive content becomes so much easier to make when
The games
and
are good.
if right things are actually going good. But I think we've
Yeah.
already said it before. Gacha's probably in, and it looks like it's going to be in the worst state it's ever been. And I guess like this whole pursuit of like positive stuff, it's I do feel like it's going to be a little bit difficult for the next couple of months.
It's been in this
so-
kind of position every year. It
I think
always
that's where
goes to like
creativity
low.
comes in, though.
It's an up and down.
Creativity,
like
like
that.
like it's harder. It's easier to just continue doing slop, but it is harder to be creative and do those positive things. Like it does pay off. It does.
Especially if you're streaming at the same time, because you're constantly looking at all the negative stuff around you all the time. So you get influenced by that too.
Yep.
It's all a lot of it is in the developers' hands though. Like imagine what the content flow would look like if they removed casters as global passive. It would just be like HSR is
It'd be very
saved, devs
positive.
listened. Like
Absolutely.
it would be super positive, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I guess it's just like keeping in mind, right, what the environment is for creators right now. And I guess the idea is if you're like an HSR CC, or if even like you're like a Genshin or just Hoyo CC, it's about not looking disingenuous while making positive content while everything is like, literally just going to shit.
There are issues, yes, and I think we've all established what they are. And I don't think anybody in this community is considered faking anything, but just like, rather than go live and talk about how HSR is fucking up, go live, play Wuthering Waves, and say, me and my homies try to beat every boss using the fucking Squirrel Girl. Just do some dumb shit, bro. People will like that shit. Or like what I did the other day. Bro, my viewer count was retarded when I tried to beat TOA blindfolded. That was
I'm gonna
insane.
steal that too. I'm absolutely stealing that. I'm gonna do it though. But
Yeah, no, like beat it blindfolded. Like, I mean, St. Tono's out here being a retard, saying the brand was bad. So I said, no, he's not. Beat the shit blindfolded. Then I did it, and then there he goes. Yeah, roll your eyes, buddy boy. You know
the
I'm right.
castress thing is basically like a mugger comes up to you with a gun, puts it to your head, and then he takes it away, puts it back down. You go like, mugger, listen, this is amazing. This is so good. That's what the castress situation would be like if they got rid of the passive, bro.
Yeah.
It's like, why are we celebrating, bro?
Yeah, we're just glad we're not gonna die.
Yeah, but yeah, blindfold runs. Same thing with holograms. It's crazy how and I mean this genuinely. Here's a great content idea for St. Tontas. Do you drink St. Tontas?
Yes, I do.
Okay, start off at the easiest fight in Wuthering Waves, and when you beat it, take a shot. Go to the next hologram. When you beat it, take a
I
shot.
would love to do that. Oh,
And
that's so good.
that's some good ass content, right? Right?
You're trying to literally kill the competition, aren't you?
Absolutely. And then there's nobody's doing dare wheels or challenge wheels or goofy builds. Like there's so much shit to do, and I think that would be
You know,
great.
can I shout someone out? There's someone that is doing that, but doesn't get a lot of attention on it.
Who?
And he does do it. Amethyst Abrams. He does challenges with his content a lot. He'll actually do these goofy challenges, these one-hit runs, these wheel of whatever stuff he does in Woowa, and he doesn't get recognized or spoken about for that sort of stuff. And he does do that. So,
love that guy.
Yeah.
I got no idea who the fuck that is, but yeah, that guy, man, that dude, get him now.
Gangster.
Take his content and just do it better than him. Easy, right? It's that easy. All right, let's wrap this shit up, boys. Thank y'all for watching. If you got any comments, leave a comment.
Appreciate the insight. Thank you, all of you. Appreciate y'all.
I learned a lot.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, that ass.
Yeah, actually, I'd like to thank every
I learned
CC here.
absolutely fuck all.
Every CC here except for Fob.
Yeah.
Everybody except Fob.
Fuck him, bro. Hope he kills himself in Minecraft or Roblox.
Wow.
Anyways, I see y'all motherfuckers later. Peace.